Start with the open. Hi, welcome to Newbs. We're starting a little late tonight, sorry. But I think we're going to do a quick recap, and we're down 2 for a little while, and we're going to just buy some time until June and Raz join us. So we left off where our adventurers were the Brute Squad attacking a Chronomage's kind of like pocket plane lair ritual space, and sent in the Brute Squad to find out what's going on and retrieve something called the Guardian. It was turned out to be like a Drake egg that the gang was unable to recover. But then they were able to get sent back, and as the plane was collapsing, lost my train of thought. The plane was collapsing, and they were able to grab some tomes and scrolls and stuff that the mage had been writing over the course of what turned out to be several centuries. They made it back to the Elderwood Oasis safely. There were new adventurers that joined them on this quest or this mission, and I think everybody made it back safely, and for the most part. There was some damage done, but everybody made it back safely. I think they had the first encounter that actually kind of spooked them a little bit with was it the orc? Was that the first night?
The first night was that guard orc who had the staff, the demon staff, where Hurry got sent to some hellscape.
Yes.
And came back and had to roll like 8d10 or
Right,
something
it was
damage,
nuts.
and I almost pissed myself.
Right.
But yeah.
It was nuts. It was awesome. It was finally a challenge, and so yeah, they had a couple of encounters on this plane, and ended up catching the very end of a ritual that was called. Do you know what it's called? Did you learn from the
Otapatas.
The Otapatas ritual?
Otapatas.
Otapatas. Does it say what it means?
There are 3 versions, and you can send an object 3 times. That's all I know.
Can I see that? Is
And I-
Hiri in that one?
In which one? In
You're-
this?
yeah, you're over
I don't know. Maybe.
No, that's all die.
That's what I thought.
I'll find him. I'll find him. He's around somewhere.
Right? Yeah, I don't know where he is. But yeah, so you learned about the Otapatas ritual, and that was what you saw at the end there, where John Yu loosed an arrow, and the mages collapsed before his arrow was able to find the head of the one in the middle.
So that was the ritual that was being cast by the 3 mages.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
There are 3 versions of it as well, too?
So do you want me to reread the briefing that you guys had? I think I sent it to you also.
I just read it.
Okay.
So I'm good.
I'm good.
You're fresh with it? Okay. What was that?
What was that phone?
My phone.
That
Oh,
weird noise.
that sounded
It
very...
sounded like a wizard.
like a wizard.
It's probably input. Oh no, someone leaving my house. I'll silence my phone. I don't know where Harry is.
Right. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we can just buy time for a little while if you have questions about anything, or we can talk about the
Good time to
PHB
purchase-
2024 versus 2014.
That'll be a good time to purchase items.
Where are we right now?
You are at the Oasis. You are waiting the Elderwood Oasis, and you have finished talking. I'm getting you to where you're going, but that's why I'm waiting for Rachel and Zach to get here. But you're back at the Oasis. You're safe.
With the druids.
Yes. And so they're the ones who read all their wizard friends were able to read all of the scrolls quickly and all the tomes and everything, while you guys were having a few pints at the inn.
Has the blueprints, schematics that I've given them, has that helped enlighten or inform any of their future decisions at all?
I don't know that it's informed any of their decisions, but it is something that they have never seen, and it's outside of their scope of knowledge. And so they themselves have a quest now to figure out what that schematic is.
Is that one of yours, Piper?
And so, were they able to make a copy? Because if they weren't, they were able to make. They made a copy of it and gave it to you. Unless, did you make a copy already?
Technically, I left it in the void. No.
You left the copy in the void.
Yeah, that was the thing.
That was
I
the-
used
that
as the
was the-
subterfuge.
Gotcha.
Mm.
So they thank you by providing you with a copy of
Oh, sweet.
of the schematic as well.
Nice. I love
So
schematics.
are we able to, like, stock up on items here? Do they have like a shop? Or?
They don't really have a shop, unfortunately. I mean, you could potentially. I mean, what are you looking for? They don't have anything for sale per se.
Like healing potions and whatnot?
So they've just been attacked. They don't have a whole lot
They've got
on them right now, and they gave you pretty much what they could spare before you went into the pocket plane.
Alright, what can we do?
So, but yeah, so I mean, if you're in the mode to just go into the game, I can get going, and I think we can get by without June and Roz for a few minutes, because I think he said they were going to be here 7:30ish. So just need to stall for a few more minutes.
So this is apparently the variant version of Harry, because I can't find him. So that's weird.
Why can't you find?
I don't know. He still has a cloak on, so it works. The other guy had the hood up,
Yeah,
and he had the bow axes like this.
not in here,
No, I don't see him.
and wasn't back in any of mine either.
I didn't look back there. I'll go look. You.
Oh, I don't have to be the face.
Yeah.
We can
Variants?
all share times chatting. Yeah, we're on a mini hunt. Oh, all right. Yeah, I thought there were LEDs back there, but maybe not.
So
Maybe not.
we need to upgrade lighting too, right?
Yeah, that's probably
Hey,
true.
I've been on a Canadian.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Any good movies?
Have a lot of the crafters you've been watching, are they
good movies
Canadian?
recently?
Maybe that's it.
Right?
No, I haven't really had time to do anything.
That's what we should be doing right now. We should be showing off that rope bridge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You want me to get it?
I'll come back and get it. So yeah, while you're looking,
Working overtime?
I don't really have overtime. Just trying to get stuff in for surgery.
Oh, shit.
It's pretty big projects that are timed that normally fall in that area where I'm going to be gone, so I have to get them done before I leave.
look at this thing.
Sports?
Yeah, that's one thing. That's nice.
Isn't that thing beautiful? I don't want to do all the clipping.
You just go like this.
It's just yeah, exactly right. Right, yeah. So that thing is. Can we see it on there yet? We cannot see it on there yet. We need to switch to the encounter view. All right, wait to behold this. This thing is so badass. Oh, you can't see it very well. Look at that thing. Oh, it's beautiful. You should take a bow for that.
So credit to another crafting DM on YouTube. If I remember his name, I'll post it. But it is mostly like XPC foam and actually a mix of like toilet paper mache,
Yeah.
which makes a lot of
That's
the,
what you
the
use for
texture.
that? Nice.
The filler, yeah. and then I made the actual like reinforcements for the bridge out of bamboo kebab skewers and rope, and then the bridge itself is a fairy garden picket fence that I turned into the bridge itself.
Close up.
How did you find that on Amazon?
The guy who made it,
Oh, really?
like he said, yeah,
Oh, cool.
search for it on Amazon. So
That's awesome.
the bridge, the fence itself was about 40 inches long, so I could easily make different lengths of bridge. But that one right there, I believe, is the equivalent of about 60 feet.
Okay.
So most characters shouldn't be able to get all the way across it in one
Oh,
in
that's
one
a good
motion.
idea. Sure.
So that was
nice.
kind of the idea, where everyone can't just sprint across it. It's going
Nice.
to take you a couple turns to get across.
That's
So-
good planning.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a fun little build.
It's an awesome little build. Is that what you? I mean, where did?
That's I mean, it just kind of did that naturally.
toilet
Yeah,
paper.
with the toilet
Ah,
paper and the glue.
nice.
Cool.
That does make for some really good
Yeah,
texture.
it made for interesting texture.
So inexpensive as well, too.
Yeah, and then
Fantastic results.
It was Elmer's glue all, like 50-50 Elmer's glue all and water,
Mm-hmm.
and you put it into like a ketchup squirt bottle
Mhm.
and just soak the hell out of it.
Wow.
Let it dry, and it dries rock hard like that.
Did you find Hurry?
No, I didn't.
What?
I'll use him. That's okay.
That's
I
nuts.
think I took him. No, I didn't.
It's probably hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
usually end
right.
up turning up.
Pat Harry.
What a stinker.
I did come down and I was going through some minis, seeing how many goblins there were. And
Oh,
I
okay.
noticed you had made like a shit more of them. Were those goblins that you made?
I didn't make those. I bought a
Oh, you
goblin
did?
pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got a bunch of
So
goblins.
there's a lot of goblins now.
Nice.
That's good because
That is good.
I have a plan for a lot of goblins.
I do too.
Mhm.
I was going to need to get more goblins.
They're versatile.
Yep.
I like goblins.
So do I. Very
Like-
much.
Also, something interesting that I was watching on Dungeon Dudes, minionizing, where if you were to throw like 30 goblins at a group, you make it so they are essentially, and let's say you had a boss, right?
Sure.
So you have like 30 goblins and a boss. You make it so basically each goblin or minionized monster is almost like a one-hit kill.
Oh yeah.
So as you're mowing through them,
I
you know,
was thinking
trying
about
to
that.
work your way to the boss,
Yeah.
it's a little more dramatic because you don't get bogged down by every little goblin or like zombies or something along those
Mhm.
lines. Anything you could say, okay, one hit, one kill, take them out as you make your way to the boss.
You're just cleaving
Yeah,
food.
exactly.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, like a team of 5 versus a group of like 100 goblins or something like that. How would you make that like both
Minionize
conducive
them.
to being fun and not taking freaking
I,
forever?
I remember reading that
Mhm.
somewhere. I don't know where.
I thought
where
maybe
it
you
went.
roll.
Maybe in the is that in the handbook?
I
Or is
think
it
they
a-
said. I think they said it was in version 4.
Okay,
I don't think it's in 5.
gotcha.
I thought you could always roll like 2 d20s. 0 to 5 or 1 to 5 misses everything. Like 10 to 15, you kill 1 goblin. 15 to 20, you kill 2
Oh.
goblins. And if you roll like 1 to 5, you also roll 1d6 in damage as well too, or something like that. So it's in your favor, but there's also, you can fail it as well too, and
Right.
start to accrue a considerable amount of damage. So it actually
Interesting.
I think the way I would think about it is if you were minionizing and you had a horde of them coming at you, like every time you missed one,
Mhm.
another one would be on you.
Mhm.
So like if you were missing before you knew it, you'd have 4 or 5 goblins surrounding you,
Mhm.
and now because goblins I think get advantage when they're more than one of them.
Oh, right.
They get a
Yeah.
Oh
group
right,
attack,
pack, yeah,
pack
like pack
attack.
tactics or
So
whatever.
yeah, so if you got like completely surrounded, even if they were minionized, it might make it interesting. Like, what
So
way
are you still
we
rolling
hacking
for
it?
hits?
You are
Or
right?
rolling the hits on the goblins each time
Yes.
to attack you? Okay.
Yes, and I mean, well, wherever they are, I don't know how they do it for initiative, a minionized.
Mm-hmm.
because they were saying sometimes I just do them all at once.
Right.
They'll all attack at once.
Mm-hmm.
But that could get out of hand real fast.
Right.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
had every single one of them
A,
coming
B,
at
C,
you.
D, E, F, G, H. Yeah.
Right.
But or would you attack them in bunches? Say the 1 through 5, 5
That
through
would make
10.
sense. Break them
Into groups,
Right.
and then you have to remember which group is which.
So I found a few like homebrew things that were trying to simulate a pack, and so that's something that I might try at some point. Is just bring that out, and you're attacking the pack, and the pack is attacking you, and so it's still just one. It's a one and done.
I think there are official rules for like massive battle attacks.
Oh well,
In
and
the
we
book
can
somewhere.
get into that math if we want to, but I don't want.
I don't know what they are. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what they are.
I like the idea of just going through and cleaving, or
Uh-huh.
John, you being able to launch 4 or 5 arrows, or
It's like there's so many enemies that you have to take out with these simple dice rolls, but you only have so much of a pool of health points. So it's almost like a neck and neck battle to see, can you kill all the enemies first, or do you run out of hit points as well first?
Oh,
That's kind of
okay.
like how
Interesting.
it's more like a NFL Blitz version
Gotcha.
of a intense, prolonged battle.
Who doesn't like the NFL?
Mm-hmm. Still reference that game, even though it's probably like 30 years old now. No, in '64 it's probably like 18. NFL Blitz. Anybody ever play NFL Blitz?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like
64?
arena football. But
Okay, yeah.
It sounds
What's your-
familiar.
It was the NBA Jam version
Yeah.
of
Pretty
football.
much, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a solid analogy, but I think it's extremely irrelevant.
And then they turned around and made arena football,
Yeah.
which was that without
One
the-
for one.
right?
Arena football wouldn't exist without NFL Blitz.
Now, if only they can manage the aerobatics from Starship Troopers, where they're doing like, triple
Right.
backflips.
Oh,
So-
Starship Troopers.
Not a sponsor.
No, not at all.
Although giant bugs, I mean, you already got your
right?
ants
That's true.
and spiders.
That's true.
like,
I've got giants.
I
so
think
we're
some
not.
kind of other giant arachnids. I've actually seen minis of the arachnids.
Well, you guys fought a couple of
Yeah,
large spiders,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I didn't have good models for that.
That's okay. I mean, now you got a 3D printer.
I'm so pissed at that 3D printer right now.
Really?
Well, I'm pissed at myself because I don't know how to run it,
Oh.
and so I'll get there. But
Did you try the new base? Man?
yes, but I didn't clean it properly, and so I think I wasted it. I'm like shit,
Mm.
and so now I've got it in an alcohol bath, and
Wow.
so
Less up like the adhesion, like the.
the resin is so it doesn't come off. I mean, you can't just wipe it off or wash it off with soap and water.
Oh,
it's pretty much gotta be
So it
dissolved.
was too sticky, so it adhered to the entire.
No, it was not sticky enough. It just slid right off and fell into the resin.
Oh shoot!
And so,
Dang.
so right now I'm sitting in an alcohol bath, and I'll get it cleaned up and give it another try. I like the painter's tape idea, and yeah. And then somebody else had the idea of increasing the curing time by just a little bit.
We should probably talk about Bob and I's shirts too. Flyover, so representing
That's true.
Sponsor
sponsor.
is a sponsor.
Piper's representing the holiday.
It's a sponsor.
I've been on a Saw kick lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I watched past 2 originally because that's when we moved back from Phoenix, and I lost my movie buddy, and Katie wouldn't go watch them with me, and so I just kind of stopped watching them. And so I've been listening to that. It came from the Midwest podcast, and they're doing a Saw series.
Nice.
And so I'm like, I'll watch them and try and stay ahead so I can kind of follow along with it. And it was really fun to do.
How many are there?
10,
Yeah,
and I haven't
it's
watched
a
10
lot.
yet.
Usually during the month of October, I try and binge a lot of horror slasher kind of movies. And I started early this year because it was all the piranhas that were on Tubi. And man, like, okay, the original one was like 1970 something, and it was a New World Pictures Roger Corman film.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one.
Okay,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the one they made in '95 was a shot-for-shot remake. It was the exact same
So
movie.
James
Interesting.
Cameron involved in one of those at one point in time,
I don't know.
like uncredited director.
That I couldn't
maybe.
tell you.
I wonder if Catherine Bigelow or no, that doesn't sound like Catherine Bigelow.
It was
so-
like his first movie before he directed Terminator.
Oh,
And I
Really?
think it might have quit mid-production on it as well, too. I don't know the
Interesting.
full story, but
But by the time they got to Piranha 3D, which was like 2010, 11, maybe somewhere in there,
like Paul Shear in it or something.
they actually had some money because there's a ton of like famous people in it. I was
now I want to
shocked.
see it.
I was shocked by how many famous people are in it. But I was saying the director was like, every 10 minutes, if I don't see a piranha kill someone or boobies, you're fired, because it was non-stop. It
Do
was
piranhas eat
uncanny.
boobies?
Huh?
Do piranhas eat
Piranhas eat
boobies?
so many boobies in that movie.
Yeah.
Probably.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And that was 2010.
I don't know when it was, but it was
That seems
more recent.
I'll say that seems like very 80s for current times.
How many saws have you seen?
0.
Wow.
You don't like that.
Not my jam.
Yeah. So you don't like
Body
that stuff,
horror?
Yeah.
Grotesque.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of stopped. Also, I'm like, I really don't want to see this without
There's
my buddy Ryan, because I'm like, it's not going to be fun going.
It's
to
a
see it
little
alone.
weird going to like
Yeah.
a theater by yourself and watching a saw movie.
Right?
Like,
Right.
get a notepad.
oh, that's a good idea.
And
Oh,
if you look at it for just the core of what it is,
Sedate.
though, the original trilogy anyway was really fun. I mean, it's a good story, and then it's really fun how they keep it going,
Right.
and it's
How
just
crazy
utterly
can we
ridiculous,
make
and
this?
yeah, but it's still grounded in a story-ish. There's a couple of them that kind of derail, but by and
I
large,
can only
it's
imagine how
a
they
really
kept that
fun
thing on the
story.
rails for 10.
Right? And it's
movies.
interesting how they do it. I mean, it's really well done.
I don't know if anyone is interested in this level of slasher movie, but Terrifier 3 comes out this October, I think. That is a whole nother
Wow,
level.
is that
the
of
spooky
Slasher
clown?
the
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, Art the Clown.
I think
Yeah.
there's another movie from the original
Oh,
director of
it's a
Terrifier that's coming out. That doesn't look too bad.
It's a clown, huh?
Art the Clown.
Was it the same director for 5 as was the one was for 1, or have they been switching that up?
For what?
The director of Terrifier? has a
Terrifier
big-
only has 3.
Oh,
This is the third one.
I thought you said Terrifier 5.
No, Terrifier 3
Okay.
comes out this October.
Same director as the first one?
Damon someone,
Okay.
yeah. I believe it's his creation.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, I've
Like,
heard that the Terrifier's terrifying.
It
Yeah,
is.
like-
It is batshit crazy. So my daughter, her best friend, and a friend of theirs were in the basement one time, and they like, we want to watch a horror movie. What movie should we watch?
No.
And so I said, watch Terrifier 2.
I mean,
Okay, they were appalled by it. I told this to Brian, and he goes, "Oh, David, you are such a good dad for suggesting Terrifier 2 because they are always going to remember watching that movie in the basement
Yeah.
and the fact that you suggested it."
sticks.
I look
Sticks
back
look
and
good.
I'm like, I mean, she was like, I mean, they were like seniors in high school, so
Right.
it's not like I suggested to a 12-year-old or something. But I mean, it takes some guts to get through the Terrifier movies.
Are you judging me?
No.
I
No.
brought my 12-year-old Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, no.
No, I know.
The level of violence in Deadpool and Wolverine is probably like a hundredth of
Itchy
the
bright.
amount in Terrifier.
Oh, I
so,
bet. And yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, it's off the wall. It's insane.
yeah.
And actually, the new one is a Christmas movie. So
Oh, fantastic.
yeah, take that. Take
I
that,
don't know if that's
Christmas.
my jam.
They're tough to get through. They are a workout.
Yeah, yeah. That's not my
What's the
jam.
runtime? Hour 30?
I don't know. Probably.
So that's the thing with Saw. They all reach 90 minutes.
That's
it.
That's
Can't
it.
take
Hard
any more
90
of it.
out.
Yep, it's
Hard out.
We've got a 90-minute film.
That was the
And
other.
it's
Well, they
a
gotta
tight-
make 10 of them. I mean, they
Right.
gotta, like, just deliver just enough.
That was the other thing I was talking to Brian about the Roger Corman films. They are all purposely about an hour and 30 minutes because that takes that many less reels. Therefore, you can make it for X amount less.
Yeah.
So like every single one of his movies is like hour 30.
Yep, and probably
Do it have a
storyboarded to perfection.
Yeah.
Like I imagine, like it's
Yeah.
like Terry Gilliam, where I mean,
I imagine there's a lot of
every
improvising
cell
on the scene
is-
when you have a castle full of people just running around and
Well,
goosing
oh,
each
well,
other.
sure.
Not only a castle full of people, but a castle full of people people when you're shooting in South America. So did they understand the direction you're giving? I don't know.
No.
You're just like, run that
Yeah,
way.
right,
take
yeah.
off
Away
this.
they go. So, yeah, who knows? Because
fair.
he shot a ton of those movies somewhere in like South or Central America because the production values were so much less, or
Mhm.
so costs were so much less. So you watch all these movies that are supposed to be like medieval castles, and it's like desert everywhere.
Interesting.
And you're like, this doesn't exactly look like medieval England, but
Right.
could have been a dry year.
So
you know?
how much did he have to make the next movie off of any given movie? Like,
See, it
like,
varied.
what was
like,
the budget and what was the box office?
Back in the day,
Alright.
like he was seriously making like movies for like $20,000, $30,000. Like it was
Wow.
ridiculously cheap
Wow.
movies. Cult-tastic is an entire series on Tubi, and it's basically like a 13-part interview with Roger Corman
Wow.
about almost every single one of his movies,
Wow.
except Death Race. Only because I assume Death Race was like the most popular one, so he doesn't need to talk about it.
Right? Yeah.
But almost every single one of his movies, he
It's
talks
probably
about.
the one he likes least as well too is Death Race. If that was the most popular, I'd be like, yeah, I just kind of thrown that one in.
Probably funded a bunch of other movies.
That's
though.
true. Yeah.
Death Race is still a classic. I love Death Race.
God, it's so good. All right, it's 7:30.
Okay.
Say we get going
Okay.
and then
Catch him up.
yep, catch him up. We might be able to buy enough time anyway. All right, so yeah, we have session 13 starting on, which is also kind of fun and coincidental since it is also Friday the 13th.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's kind of fun, and we didn't stall on purpose. It just kind of accidentally worked out that way. So yeah, here we go. We're going to pick up where we left off. The Brute Squad made it back to the Elderwood Oasis safely from the Chronomage Thaldrin Kane's collapsing plane, but it was a close call. They were unable to secure the Guardian Egg, but were able to find some of Thaldrin's writings. After a bit of negotiating, Ruis reluctantly turns over the documents. A few drinks later, our adventurers were briefed on the tomes and scrolls they retrieved from Kane's ritual chamber, shedding some light on his plans, but not enough to know where he went or to fully see what machinations he has in store. They are given rooms at the inn and retire there for the night. So you guys can retire to the inn for a while if you want to have a few more drinks or anything, or...
Of course.
I want to get some more drinks.
So, do the druids know that we have the scroll or the scrolls that talk about Thaldrin?
Yes, they're the ones who read them and then briefed you on it. And then basically what I sent you is what the briefing was.
So, can I ask around? I have some questions
Okay.
about what we learned from the scrolls.
Okay. So there's some other mages in the inn as well, having a few drinks.
Okay.
And so you can
So
you can approach them. Sure.
Um,
Evening, friend. Yeah, I don't have. I mean, we
well,
don't
no,
have
no,
them really.
I wanted to make sure we weren't supposed to like out. Good evening, gentlemen. I have some questions about the scrolls that you helped us interpret earlier, and I was wondering if any of you know any more about Thaldrin Kane. Is there anybody that you even know that might that we can travel to ask questions or?
You ask a good question, young man. We
Young, I'm like,
You're young compared to these.
Yeah.
right.
with our girl, I'm like,
They sit there and they strum their beards, and there's a lady who's just clacking her nails on the table, and they look at you and they looking you up and down and say, we also have questions of our own. The name Thaldrin Kane is not a name any of us have heard for centuries,
oh,
and so we were quite surprised.
what did you like? You haven't heard it for centuries, but centuries ago, when you did know of the name, what did you know of him?
He was just a mage who was wronged, and he went on a warpath, but he disappeared, and nobody heard anything from him since until today.
Okay.
Though the only things that we really knew about him were that he started dabbling in temporal magic.
Okay. Well, I was the scrolls, or I interpreted the information you gave us from the scrolls, and it said that a shadowy figure approached Thaldrin and promised him the power of healing time if he delivered an egg. This egg being lost.
Yes.
So, has he been harnessing that or learning that time travel power all this time and to steal the egg now, or?
That's an excellent question, and that's the same question that we have, and we're going to ask him when we find him.
What do you know of the egg? I mean, what's your egg? But, like,
It's not our egg, it's the druid's eggs, or the druid's egg.
okay.
But we just know they were protecting it, and it was to be the guardian of the deeps.
It's a dragon egg, right?
Yes, it is.
I probably can't ask you this, but which one of the druids can I ask more questions? I'm curious. I kind of have some history with a dragon, and I'm just curious about where it came from. I don't just get a dragon egg out of nowhere, and somebody either gave it to you or you went and took it yourself. I doubt the dragon gave it to you. So, is there somebody here I can talk to about that? An elder or?
Well, Sarah is up at the bar. And she just walked in, and you look over and you see Serafina walk in and sit next to. Are you guys sitting at the bar, or where are Ruis and Hurry?
Yeah, we're at the bar. I'm
Yep.
at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so Sarah comes in and takes a seat next to them, and he said, "Well, you seem to have a pretty good relationship with Sarah, and I bet she would answer any of the questions that you have."
True story. So
A couple of them at the same
Well, given
time.
how old you are,
Oh.
I imagine you've seen some names.
Woo!
one had an H on the end of the name.
How'd you tell them apart?
So I want to go talk to her.
Okay.
I walk over to Sarah and I politely ask her if she would happen to have any information she could give me or us. Right, so we're together now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't buy a lady a drink first?
Well, I'm in there. So I offer to buy her a drink to maybe, I don't know, loosen the lips a little bit, or whatever it's going to take.
Sure, you've known a couple Sarahs. You know how this works.
Which lips?
So I'm talking to Sarah now.
Sure.
Uh,
Yes.
Sarah.
Spot on.
Hi!
I'm Sarah.
So we just went through some pretty deep shit trying to get this egg for you, and I think maybe, I don't want to say you owe us some information, but it sure would be nice if you could tell us whatever it is that you know, because we went through some crap.
Your sacrifice was noted.
So where'd the egg come from? Like, how did you guys come up? How did you come across the egg? How did you get it here? Did you steal it? Was it given to you? If so, who gave it to you?
It was the egg of the previous guardian, who was the hatchling of the previous guardian, who was the hatchling of the previous guardian. So this is a lineage thing. They have
What happened to
been.
the previous guardian? Did we know that?
No, you don't know anything about him yet.
Okay.
No, not really. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, she's gonna.
Spill it, Sarah.
Right. Man,
I bought
you're
you a
awfully
drink.
pushy.
Well, I'm trying to.
So she just tells you interrupted my train of thought.
Sorry, I'm drunk.
That's all right. So she just explains to you that the druids of the Oasis and the guardians have been basically bonded since the beginning of the deeps, and it's just there's a long history with this lineage of dragon, and so it's very personal that this guardian was stolen.
It's in, if I may interject here,
He's drunk.
is it with you in the Oasis? Or is it somewhere else in the deeps, the guardian? Where do you keep this guardian dragon?
The parent of the current guardian passed away.
Well, but look, like as
yeah.
as the Oasis moves to wherever it needs to be, is it in the Oasis with you when the Oasis moves, or
Or it
is
is
it does it have a
actively
lair?
guarded?
No,
somewhere?
the guardian is the guardian is all over the deeps. I mean,
It goes
they
where
fly.
it goes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
It's
they
not. It's
fly.
not following you around
No.
in the Oasis.
So it's not the
Okay.
guardian of the druids, like their little secret magic.
No, the guardian of the deeps, the large continent-sized forest
Okay.
that
How
you
long
were. That was the road was being built through in chapter 1.
How long has the Guardian been absent for?
At
Hundreds?
least 100. Well, yeah, about 100 and 150 years.
Is there any prophecy foretelling the hatching of the new Guardian? When I imagine, yeah.
There is no prophecy that we know of, but that doesn't mean there isn't one.
Does the
We
hatch?
didn't see that. This completely blindsided us.
Mm.
We knew nothing of there was a shadowy figure mentioned in the tomes. We have no idea who that is. We have no idea if that's who kickstarted Thaldrin's study of time. We don't know what happened other than he went mad when his lover died from a disease, and he blames the drow, the dark elves, for it. Well, that's where he was sent. He was sent to the Underdark on a rescue mission, and then in his madness, he blamed the drow for weaponizing that disease. And
So, is there any chance that you think maybe that egg was getting close to hatching soon?
I think that is very, given the nature of the time here, yes, I think the hatching is imminent. I would be thinking days or weeks.
So I don't remember, maybe we talked about this, but Thaldrin, how did he even get in the Oasis? He came through a portal? Is that right?
Yes, yep. He created a large portal in the center of the Oasis, and
Surprise assault.
yep, the minions that had the tabard on with the. Did anybody write down the description of the tabard? I don't know if I have it.
So that goes without saying that maybe he either knew somebody on the inside. I mean, how did he even find the Oasis to drop a portal in it?
We don't know. We have no idea how he knew where to find us.
Who would know that kind of information? Right?
Somebody here.
So we need to investigate with him.
We will handle that.
Well, then don't be sending us on any other runs to get your stuff back if you're not going to solve this thing. I will speak for
Ahoy,
you.
hoy!
If we're gonna bleed for you, we want to be fully in. I mean, we can't just say we're gonna handle it, because obviously you didn't handle it, and you've been decimated here, so
I'm not saying you can't.
You guys
I'm
came-
saying we're handling this internally, and if we need help, we can let you know, but we have our own dead to bury first, and we have our own rebuilding. Did you lose anybody on your mission?
oh well, we fucking could have. You know, like,
Coulda.
It was close.
It was
It was
close.
real close.
I saved many a life.
We
That's
lost-
what I
There was a
recall.
table of magical fruit shit that we ate, and that helped. But other than that, we probably.
I had to carry that old ass wizard out on my shoulder.
That's right. One guy started on fire. That's bad. Okay, table talk now.
Okay.
So I guess what I'm trying to do is try to figure out where are we supposed to go? Or are you going to lead us down?
So if we want to do table talk, and you want, and not any spoilers or anything, but this is the conclusion of your first arc.
Okay.
So you need to leave the Oasis.
Okay. So then I
So pat the head.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I thought we were
Well, you just
supposed to
got
be
mad
talking.
at her,
Because I thought that's what we were supposed to do.
and you totally can. I'm not prepared to investigate
Okay.
tonight, and I don't know that I'm good enough of an improver to pull that
We'll
off.
circle back around another time.
Right, and so
Sorry. But I just went through right
no, you were doing great. You were doing awesome. And I'm like, oh shit, I can't do that. I'm not prepared for that.
Johnny's gonna start pushing people over.
Right?
It's gonna get
And so no, that's good table talk, because I mean that's exactly what this is about because I have no idea.
So the first Guardian, where did it come from?
The beginning,
Okay.
In the beginning.
right? Just showed up one day.
So there
This
was
is millennia ago.
There was talk of enchantments before we headed out on this thing. Any chance on getting some of those thrown in, or are we gonna have to complete the mission?
Well, I don't know about enchants necessarily, but we do have some tokens of we do have some tokens of appreciation that how do I have this ready for when you go back?
Consolation prize for not getting the egg.
Kind of.
Participation trophy.
Participation
Right.
reward.
So let's see here.
So another good question here. We were on a trek with this caravan before we kind of got zapped into the oasis here. You guys have the ability to go anywhere you want, put us anywhere you want. Could you let us out, maybe right where they are?
We can get you close.
Close. Okay.
I can't promise we can get you all the way there, but you'll be within
Within shouting distance?
maybe. I mean,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
when we get so far outside of the deeps, it kind of is erratic on where we can pinpoint our location.
Maybe you could do your eye in the sky then.
And so let's see here. We're gonna say. Let's see.
Nuggies? Oh, yes.
Nice. So as she's handing you these tokens, she's like, "Thank you for your efforts to retrieve the Guardian. Please return to your." Well, that I can't say that yet. I'll say that when we get there. So we've got Hurry, Ekrub, John Yu, Roz,
John used it her in a bag after that little outburst with
Right.
Seraphine.
June, and Ruiz. Then I've got Ekrub's here for when.
Can we read them?
Right. Yep. You can go ahead and read them. She hands.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So those are your. Thank you for your assistance and putting your lives on the line. We wouldn't have asked if it wasn't desperate.
Nice.
How's it going?
Yeah, we just showed up.
Yeah, right. Welcome.
They pop their heads in the bar. What's going on here?
Yeah, right.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I hear
Anybody want some
I hear
nuggies?
there's gifts being passed around.
Perfect timing. So yes, and so she hands those out. You go back to drinking. You have a good time, and you get drunk, crash, or you. No.
No, I don't.
Yes. It's too long to write, and so we will look it up. What is yours called?
Hey, you don't have to do it right now.
Okay. So yours is a good one. Oh, they're all good ones. But it was really long to write out, but yours is really fun. And as ranged, I think you can have fun with that one.
Are these things that we can actually add to like our inventory
Yes.
too? So like we can go search for this and then put it in like our backpack or whatever it's called?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
If we have access to them, if we don't have access to them, let me know, and I can. We can either just fudge the attributes or make a homebrew of it or something.
Okay.
But yeah, and so do you have any more questions for Sarah or? All right. So she kind of lets you know as much as she can and tries to let you know as best as she can that the reason that they are handling the investigation internally is because they don't expect it to end pretty. Gonna get a couple of hard pipe hitters and go to town on the homes with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch kind of thing.
I do have one more question. Go ahead.
Me as
Sounds like
well.
my
You're
Friday
first.
No, you go. I insist.
Just because they're druids doesn't mean they're always kind.
I understand that you are rather adept at finding us, but what happens if we wish to find you?
That is a good question, and it is something we are currently working on. We have not, until we met you and Bruno and Germano and Hugh, we really hadn't had reason to do this. And until this incident happened, we hadn't really needed outsiders' help all that often. This came out of nowhere. But so that is something in the works as well. We are working on some sort of beacon based on the schematics that you provided.
I'm also rather adept in the, well, I shouldn't say adept, I am a fledgling, but a learner of alternate dimensions. I imagine if there's some avenue, doorway I might enter in the future, perhaps to teach or to learn this ability is something I might have interest in.
That is not outside the realm of possibility.
Fair and so.
Your
I bid
offer
good
is
day.
received well.
I give her a high five.
High five. Yeah.
It's canon.
So one question to the DM.
Okay.
So I'm clear. Are we still going down the storyline involving Baldwin?
Oh yes.
Okay. So now my question snap back into the.
All right.
It's back to reality. Oh, there comes gravity.
Not a sponsor.
Is there any reason that he strongly felt that my people came up with this disease to give his lover? Like, why is?
Because he
My
went
people
mad
are-
with his thoughts. Like as time went on and he started studying time, he started to go mad and he was dwelling on the thoughts of how that could have happened, why it happened, and he poisoned his own mind with blaming
Oh, it probably
the
felt
drow.
he poisoned his own mind too.
Right?
Okay.
Was that in here at all? Okay, so yes, as time passed, Aldrin blamed the Dark Elves. Yeah, and it just, as time passed, as he started, his mind began to get corrupt and he needed to blame somebody for that loss that he was feeling. And so that's what drove him to study
If
time.
I just sat down and had a beer with the guy, I would probably be able to figure this out.
One more quick table talk. After we came out of the plane that was falling apart last time, some of us had some bonus hit points from some of the stuff we ate. Did that follow over?
No, as soon as you cross
Damn
out,
it.
it's gone.
Alright.
So we obviously showed up.
Magically
This
pooped
is
it out.
this is real table talk. I guess what did we miss while we were gone?
We did a lot of just BSing for a while until about 7:30ish, and then you didn't really miss a whole lot. Just sitting at the bar, John, you getting violent with Sarah.
That's what we walked in on.
Right?
We popped our heads in and
Well,
just
I
saw
thought we
it.
were
Well, I want
so-
answers.
I
Right?
thought we were going down a different path, and I was drilling her about questions about the egg.
And they were brilliant. I wish I was prepared for them.
Are there any of those delicious baked goods left over that we could add to our inventory as we go forward?
Maybe for breakfast in the morning. I mean, in the inn there will be a buffet, a spread, right?
So-
Continental breakfast,
So we
right?
could buff up again before we
Cereal.
head out of the
Omelet bar?
oasis.
Better.
I love holiday.
Sure.
Sure.
Not a
Yeah.
Right.
Why not?
Might as well.
Right? So, at the end of the night, then you finish drinking, you get sloppy, you retire to your rooms and crash for the night. Then you get up the next day and you have the same, or you walk downstairs or wherever your rooms are, come out of your rooms, out into that main audience chamber or whatever. Isn't that what Jabba has? An audience chamber. Into the audience chamber, and there's the mage hands doing their buffet thing again. And so you can go over and eat a couple of whatever you want. And
Is there a
get some
magical
buffs.
cure for this hangover I have?
That would be the venison stew, the +2 to Constitution.
I go up and I drink straight from it.
There's a clear liquid over there. I think it's called water.
So, okay, I have a
For
question.
peasants.
I don't know if I'm just not fully following here, but like, what are we supposed to do now?
So right now you're gonna get a buff, and then I'm going to guide you back to the,
Like, I
the
didn't know we were
barrier
supposed to be
and get you
talking
back to the
somebody, but I didn't even know
convoy.
what
Nope.
question to ask, so.
No, it's I'm getting you back to the
I got a cart.
back to reality.
Cart and a half dead donkey I gotta tend to. I still have that, right?
That's a good question.
Oh, what?
My donkey.
And you want to get rid of it?
Oh,
No,
he needs to find it.
I gotta feed it.
Hopefully he's just been
Send
grazing.
Send Moon's been out. Give her a send.
Just gonna eat it. No, it's too.
she would.
It'd be too gristly.
Let's see here.
What are
We
our
still
options
have-
for our buffs again?
Well, that's what I'm
Okay.
looking
Oh, it's
for.
this
Okay, you
stuff?
still have them written down? Good. So that's what I was looking for.
I'll chow down another savory pastry for an HP buff.
Okay.
Good.
Ditto. I'm
Is
doing
that a
too.
plus 10 again?
Was it plus 10 on the second time?
Oh, maybe if you ate
2.
2.
If you ate 2?
Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Then you-
Five
Only in the
per.
magic realm.
Well, there's mages here, and they have the same kind of buffet. They were showing off the last time. They have a higher quality of magic, so you got a better buff from their buffet than you did from the one in the plane. And
Can I
the,
just say that I ate everything I ate last time?
Yep, you sure can.
Yeah.
that you sure
I
can.
calculated.
I'll eat.
Perfect.
Can I eat the 2 for the plus 10 again?
Sure. Yep.
I'm doing that same thing.
Same.
Okay.
Bob, you want to see
So
him?
get your buffs, and as you're getting your buffs,
And that's when there's like a 10 behind your hit
you
points.
eat. You have your big
Yeah.
old greasy
Thank you.
spoon breakfast to go with your hangover.
There we go.
Nothing
Override
like a
max
savory
HP.
pastry to knock out a hangover.
All right. You wash it down with some hair of the dog. So you grab some ale.
Ugh.
Did you say
Yeah.
All right. And so after you get all buffed up, Sarah leads you back towards the barrier. She's walking you back down that path towards the barrier. And let's see here. Thank you for your efforts. She said, please return to your convoy now, knowing you have indeed left your mark on the druids of the oasis. Now we are going to bury our dead and rebuild our sanctuary. Good hunting to you wanderers. And then you walk back through the barrier. You keep your buff. I was thinking about having the buff disappear when you walk through the barrier. It didn't move. And as you pass through the barrier, some of you notice that the sky is inverse now. So it's bright daylight shining in the oasis. And as you walk through the barrier, you're blinded because it's just pitch black. I mean, it's nighttime now. And so as you're looking up and crossing through the barrier, it's daylight crossing into blackness.
Weird.
And then as you walk out, you see wisps of clouds are passing before the bright moon, and there's a cool fall breeze that chills the night. But at least you're on the highway. And so
We know which direction's which.
make a survival check.
I'm gonna cast Elevated Sight
Okay.
and survive.
Do you want everyone to do a survival check?
Anybody who wants to try and figure out what direction is what.
And we're in theory close to whatever we're supposed to be looking for.
So you're in the vicinity.
Okay, but we're in a we're
16.
What'd you get?
4.
A 4.
But I'm Elevated Sight as well too. I don't know. if
Gotcha.
that helps.
So you look down at the road. You have a 16. You have a good sense of direction. You
There's
look down
the
at the
North
road.
Star.
You figure it out. Yeah, and you can tell by constellations. You know which way is north, which way is south, and you go. All right, we need to head down the road that way.
That way. That's the way we go.
Yep. So you're walking west. You're walking the right direction. You walk for a while and make a perception check. Anybody who wants to try and listen to the night.
The music of the night.
16.
16.
8.
11.
11. You two hear whinnying in the distance, and you hear mules and stuff and wagon wheels. So you know you're headed in the right direction, and you're getting close, but it's still night and it's still, and the sound is carrying very well. So you still have probably a mile to go before you get caught up to the convoy. You unfortunately don't hear anything. Your ears are still ringing, or
Still hungover.
right, still hungover. And so you keep walking for a while, and let's see here. You hear a blood-curdling scream up in the distance, and it's still. I mean, it's between you and the convoy.
So not to the convoy.
Not to the convoy. Between you and the convoy is A blood-curdling scream.
I make the motion that we go towards the screen.
Pick up the pace a little, maybe. Too.
Yeah, might want to go check on that.
Okay.
At what did they used to say? Fast.
What's
That's not what
this?
they used to say, but
A grueling pace.
Stat. Double time.
no,
What do
like
you
back
say?
in the old days,
Oh.
like they would say like
Post haste.
post haste.
Post
Thank you.
haste.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Nice.
What's the sound of the scream? Like a warrior, a peasant,
Make a
male,
perception check.
woman, dog,
Woman.
duck. 14, 16, 14.
14.
1464.
You definitely know it's human,
No.
but you don't know.
I'm a human.
I mean, you can't tell. I mean, it's definitely. It wasn't an animal scream. It
Mhm.
was. It sounded like something was in instant pain and then silenced.
Man or woman?
You did probably a woman,
Okay,
Could be Ned, like a Ned Flanders scream. You
right?
know?
Yeah, exactly.
that's fair.
Based on what he said, sounds like she might be dead.
So you hustle up. So you hustle. You're hustling in that direction. Is that what you wanted to do, Raz?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are post hasting.
Post
Post
haste.
haste.
All right, you're post hasting your way towards the scream. You run for a while and you get to an area and you're like, it couldn't be past this. So anybody who wants to do another check,
Perception.
do a perception check.
Gotta look at my.
5.
12.
Ditto.
Got 12.
Oh. So I have like passive perception, I guess, is like a sense. Can I just use that? I guess if it. I don't know if that's how that works.
That's
Depends on your
I'd
check.
say that is a good question. What is it?
14.
What is
No,
I always
not
wanted
for
to-
Okay, then
this
I
instance.
won't roll
You-
then.
you
I
Say
passive-
not for this instance,
your
but I
passive
still
pers-
want you to do a perception check.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes.
Your passive perception is just how aware you are of things.
Yeah, your
essentially,
surroundings.
like if his DC is less than your passive perception for something, you would automatically sense it.
Right.
So I guess this is table talk then. In that case, like if you're like do a perception check and your check is 10, you know that 14 is mine. I
Right.
guess, do I just need to ask you like what's your check? I guess you know what I mean. Like
This-
how do I do that?
This instance, since it's night and since you guys are kind of fumbling around in the dark, I wanted to.
I've got dark
I
vision.
wanted to. I mean,
Is your
fair
perception
enough.
0?
Oh no.
So does Johnny.
I wanted you to be able
And
to
I think-
have to investigate a little bit, or
Sure,
maybe
I
you stumbled
understand.
across
Okay, gotta
something.
feel around.
So you have
Right.
+4.
8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I didn't even.
So you have
And what
12.
is your passive again?
14.
We are gonna go with that.
Okay. Well, that works out really well for me.
So your passive perception. So nobody. You find a cleaved corpse of a face of somebody that you know from the convoy, but I mean it's just
It's
somebody
not
has
human
been
woman, isn't it?
cleaved.
We found her face,
And
or
you
we found her
find
and her
you
face
found
was-
her, and that she was just cleaved like down the middle.
Nice
In your
cleavage.
passive perception, you recognize her, and you start looking around, and you stumble across two other corpses that have been very similarly slashed and torn to pieces. But you recognize the woman as Captain Freya Stoneshield, and the other two are just two members of her squad, and they are most decidedly dead.
Do they have any loot on him?
Freya, what was her name?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
I beat you.
They not really.
He's looking
any
for
loot.
weapons. I'm looking for gold.
All right, there is no gold, but weapons they just have standard shields and swords. Nothing special.
These are people from the convoy. We recognize
These were guards from the convoy.
guards.
What was the name?
Captain Freya was I forgot his name.
Stone.
The wagon master's what?
Guy with
What
the
was the
dogs.
last name on her?
Stone Shield,
Stone Shield.
and she was a captain in Thrain Smelterbelt. He is the lead wagon master.
Smelterbelt died?
Smelterbelt, and so
Really?
yes,
That guy?
yes.
Okay.
He's in charge of the convoy.
Yeah,
he is
I
second,
remember him.
and so
So he's there on the ground?
no, he's not on the ground. He's not dead.
Oh, I thought he was.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I thought you
Captain
said too.
Freya. No. You recognize her from being with him. From you recognize
Got
her
it.
from seeing him.
Good young human woman. Is
She was
still
the
alive
most
somewhere.
notable of the carcasses.
She was the most notable. Yes, the
Okay.
other two you didn't recognize them.
She ain't got no gold.
So you
Okay.
keep going, and
I feel
Loonspin
like your heart's in the wrong place.
kind of gets antsy, and so can Loonspin do a perception check?
Uh, 23.
Perfect. She smells something familiar and something that she doesn't like. And so she starts making her way toward it. It's strange. She doesn't know exactly what's strange about it, but she sniffs out whatever this strange smell is, and you come across the corpse of one of the dire wolves.
Was it Grizzle?
It
Grizzlepuss?
was Grizzlepaw.
He's
Grizzle-
dead?
He's
It's a
dead.
Grizzlepuss.
What the hell, man? I thought they were gonna have a showdown.
I was gonna say I felt like
Well,
Loonspin
she
wanted
goes
to
over
do
and
that.
smacks his dead face a couple times.
When she goes over to do that, she notices that, or you notice that. Are you mounted? Are you trotting along with her right now?
I'm
Or
just running beside her.
Okay. So you notice that Grizzlepaw was savagely cut to pieces, and he's missing most of the hide from his face down through his neck.
Right. So, was everybody's faces mangled and attacked? Like, was this like a calling card or a certain type of?
There is definitely something brutally murdering.
Should I do like an investigation of the corpses, try and figure out what the weapon was?
Absolutely.
Or here I was expecting it to be about gold.
Right?
I would also like to potentially look for tracking, like if they mangled
Sure.
people.
Make a survival check.
Blood somewhere.
Yep.
Unnatural
Make a survival
20.
check. Natural 20?
Unnatural 20 for
Unnatural
investigation of weapon type.
Okay. You inspect the wounds. You get down there. You recognize you've seen a lot of sword, a lot of sword wounds in your day. But there's no poking of the sword. It's all straight slashing. It's very brutal. There's no.
More
You don't
cleaving
see
than
any.
thrusting.
More cleaving than thrusting.
Alright.
So, what kind of warrior could attack guards who are trained and have the opportunity to cleave them like that without a fight, so to speak? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You don't just walk up to somebody and cut their face off.
I imagine
Sneak
axes.
up on 'em?
But like, if there was
An anchor.
Sorry, maybe I missed it.
Mm.
Did your investigation kind of allude to that there was a fight between them,
Oh,
or
Banana.
Like,
there
are
was no
these,
there
like-
was no stab wounds? So
Yeah.
what happened?
like
Are you making a
defensive
survival
marks?
check? Are you
asking him.
Okay, you're asking him, but you also wanted to do something.
I wanted to do a tracking thing.
Okay, so you want to roll a survival check?
Yeah.
You can ask that question. So you guys are investigating right
Does
now.
Loonspin need to do it too? 'Cause she might be
Um,
able to pick up on something that I can't.
she can. Does she get advantage on smell checks?
So her senses are dark vision, keen smell. Panther has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
All right. So this would be a perception check. Well, she can do a perception check for smell, and you can do a survival check.
Okay, so I'll do hers first. So that's okay. I get to roll twice.
Yep.
Right? That was worse. So the highest one there was a 9.
9. Okay. She smells something, but she knows which direction you're going.
Okay. And then you need me to do a perception check or
Survival check.
Survival.
Unless you want to do an investigation. But I think a survival would be better for,
Okay.
especially, well, if you're tracking, if you're trying to find
10.
10. All right. So you look around the bodies and you see that there was a minor scuffle that was going on, but there was nothing. Something brutal happened here, and as you investigate the battle stances a little bit more, there's no coordination, but those feet are huge. There's there's a fourth set of prints that, or I guess no, that was the battle. You're at the wolf now. You, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you guys are at the wolf. You're looking around, and Grizzlepaw was just. It's like his neck was just snapped after he took a couple of wounds. He got a couple of bites in it maybe, but there's only you don't really see a lot of blood other than what's around. Because you have dark vision, right? We'll say you can see blood in the dark.
Sure.
Could
You
I
said
be-
that we saw somebody saw
He saw
footprints.
footprints, and they were walking off.
Curious,
In the direction of the
you're
convoy.
pretty good at stuff too, and evidently I'm not today. So
Could I see if I could do a nature check to figure out what the huge footprints are?
Sure.
or
Well, I was
or
wondering if
maybe
there-
even how many different ones there are.
Would that
Is there only one?
start with nature to figure out what they are?
Sure. You know, if we're dealing with multiple.
I perform an assist action, so you get advantage or help action.
What does that do for me?
You get
Just
advantage.
Oh, okay. Then I'll-
Raziel, you
Thank
could,
goodness,
look
because
some
that was a
music
terrible
while
roll.
we're
Yeah, I've
investigating.
been
I'm like, no,
Sick
don't look
ribs.
at that. Look at this.
I know when I'm looking at
So a
footprints, I like
15.
to listen.
15. You look around, or you inspect the track, and you recognize it as. I mean, it looks like it's a giant humanoid. I mean, it's.
Is it similar to like
Patagonia.
I think,
the big dudes that we were fighting in the magic realm?
Bigger.
Bigger. That's fun.
Like equivalent size, like foot length to height. Can we perform those mental calculations? Like, what's the span toe to heel on this footprint?
It looks like an ogre's footprint.
Okay.
We're fighting Shrek.
Super.
I like
Not a
ogres.
sponsor.
Not a s-
I was about to do strides and then take my height and then do some math.
Right, and I'm like, we're going to avoid this, and we're just going to say you recognize it as
It's
an
an
ogre
ogre
track.
footprint. Fabulous. Guys, I think this is an ogre print.
So, tabletop.
Okay.
In the world of D&D, do the ogres have? Are they the ones that can't be in the sunlight?
Troll.
Oh. Oh.
That's part of my nature there. I just happen to know that.
Is there anything defining about ogres that we could find out though? Like that you might know?
Oh, that's true. Some like underlying.
we have
ogre
killed
knowledge.
one
We
ogre.
have. We killed a hill ogre.
And like a riparian
Is that what it was
thicket.
called, or a forest ogre, something like that?
Plains
I-
ogre?
Plains ogre, yes, because I think I have its fang. I have its fang.
I still have a piece of its skin with a tattoo on it in my neck.
Maybe I can like use the odor of this fang, like to draw this thing out.
I think it's probably going for the camp.
Okay. So should we keep going forward?
Cautiously?
I would
I
almost
was
think
gonna
like, can you whistle for your donkey by chance? And
Oh yeah.
Can we retrieve these bodies, or should we just leave them?
Well, for the sake of maybe trying
Speed.
to find this thing, we should just maybe
Okay.
come back later.
Tell them. All right.
hmm
Okay.
We know where they at.
Keep moving.
So we kind of know the general direction we're supposed to head. It's been picked up enough on that.
Yeah, you are. The direction is west. I mean, it's
Towards-
following the road.
towards-
It
We're
is
gonna
on.
Leroy Jenkins that way.
Yeah, it is on its way to
Okay.
the convoy.
Can I mount her?
Right.
Can I mount her and ride ahead? It works. We're in my natural habitat here.
Sure.
And I have the dark vision.
Mhm.
Can I scout ahead and see if I find anything, and then I can come back and tell the group?
Sure. Yep. So you mount up and you start up a right. Renegade, or what is it? Regulators. That's what you mount up on Loonspin, and she takes off up a small hill. And as you get towards the top of the hill, there is a large arcane explosion, and you hear a very guttural howl of pain. And then a shadowed, cloaked being is thrown in your direction and knocks you off Loonspin.
Shit.
They were originally going to knock you two out if you weren't here yet.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so I get knocked out, but I'm not knocked out.
Not knocked out. Nope, you just got knocked off of Loonspin, and you're not very far ahead. You're only
So the thing like flew through the air because of the explosion.
flew through the air. It just crashed into you. You don't know what happened, and it was just something crashed into you and knocked you off
Okay,
loose. You have dark vision. You can see it. Make a perception check.
I'm assuming that we saw this happen. Like we're not.
Would we see the explosion?
You saw the explosion and
saw him get knocked off.
And it would have been a few moments after, so I don't know if the angle would have been right from the plume or whatever for you to see it.
Okay.
Are we still going?
But you heard the
towards
guttural. I mean, you're close enough where you heard the guttural groan and
What are
the
you
howling
doing
of
in the
pain.
swamp?
Natural 20.
So you run over, you inspect, and you look and you see that this is somebody else from the convoy. It's the wizard Tristan Dalthadris, who you had run into previously several days ago, who was going to help you at some point, but he is knocked unconscious. He is, and he looks pretty rough.
So, how close are these guys?
You hear a roar. They're not very far. So
So
now,
we're
So
still
I-
picking up.
Telling you guys,
Yep.
hurry up.
Okay, so we're running up beside him.
and as you approach, you hear the roar of this beast
As he steps out.
as he steps out of the shadow and into your view.
He's a big boy.
Are we all? Okay, so where would John Yu and Loonspin then be in?
John, you and Loonspin
Like,
are
what's the relative
probably
scale between your two.
up here,
Okay.
Between me and him.
and then Tristan.
Yeah.
Do I have
I'd say-
mages
So
in-
big
Little
boy.
And we're running
we'll
up
make
on
him
them,
Tristan.
or are you gonna give us a round before we get caught up to him?
You are running up.
So we see him now.
Yes, you can see him.
I sure hope so.
Can the rest of our group see him?
Yeah, I don't have a hill out here yet.
Well, I mean, 'cause it was dark.
Oh, anybody who has dark vision can see him, and anybody who can see. Do we have distance
How do you
markers?
know?
Where did I move those?
I was gonna
There
say,
they
where do you know if you have dark vision or not? Is that under senses?
Yes, I think so.
Half elves. Elves typically have it standard.
What are these? Are these 60?
Those are 6.
These are the 60s?
Humans, dwarfs.
I have
How far we got?
20.
Don't
Yeah,
have
I know
it.
you can see it. Make a perception check while you make a perception check because you can see it. Anybody who can see it, who has dark vision, make a perception check.
Oh, I need to see what my dark vision distance is.
Because yes, unless you're within 60 feet.
60 feet. I cannot quite see from
Okay.
down
Look
here.
like I have dark vision. So
It looks like John Yu is the only one who can
So I
actually
got a
see.
16. John, you got a 16. You want Moonspin to do that too?
No. You look at it and you recognize it. It is the plains ogre that you fought, and it's been reanimated.
Yes. Yes, we
It was like the first battle when you went to do the Oryx hunt. You ended up fighting an ogre.
did. Reanimated.
It's reanimated.
We beat it?
You beat it,
Oh. Okay.
and now it's reanimated and it's stalking the
So
convoy.
I just turn and I relay that exact same information.
Holy shit! This is the thing we fought earlier.
It's the same one?
It's the
He's
same one.
reanimated.
What?
so
You can see he's you
Is
can
this
you
this-
recognize the build, you recognize the structure, and as it starts to stalk closer, you see the hide that was torn off of Grizzlepaw is over the ogre's face.
Gnarly.
He put it over his face.
So being that, and this is probably going to require a roll, so this is between us. Is there any way that we could, like, in being that he's reanimated, does that mean it's like weaker though?
Or stronger.
Or you know what I mean? Like, is there some way we
How
can
do
do
you
like a
kill
check
the
of some
undead?
sort that's like, oh hey, like being that it's reanimated, it's got
Guessing it's one tusk.
20
Do you
different,
have it?
20
That's
less
right.
health points. Kind of
Yeah.
thing, you know,
Guess we're gonna find out.
So I
Is it
have
zombie
one of this
rules where
fucker's teeth.
headshots are the only effective thing?
was that?
Is it zombie rules where headshots are the only effective thing?
Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, I'm just curious if if the reanimation is like, oh, at the cost of 20% of its health.
So
I guess you'll find out. I can't tell you that.
No, I was wondering if we could do anything to help us
Oh,
with that. Like if somebody has knowledge of that.
Fair enough.
Maybe a wizard.
But I was gonna
just asking who
say,
would
I
have
mean,
knowledge of that.
are you asking the group then that,
Yeah,
or are you
I'm
table
asking,
talking
I'm,
that?
I'm
Okay.
asking our group if we have.
Okay.
If
I
anybody's
have
got.
a limited perception of necromancy, but I've never seen anything like this before.
Okay, fair enough.
Can he see us?
Oh yes, he's on his way to you.
Well, but like, does he have dark vision? What I'm asking is, do we have a chance to go stealth before he sees?
If he's
I don't know much about. What did you say?
No, he's got dark vision 60 feet, so he sees you.
Swell.
He sees you and he's walking. Do we want to roll initiative?
can I chug my potion of speed before we roll initiative?
You want to?
Chugging my potion of speed.
Mhm.
before
Wait,
we
I thought
roll
we did all
initiative.
that already. Did
Here's
we
my
buff-
potion of
did we
speed.
buff
Gonna
earlier?
check this real quick.
He's
Did we buff that?
yeah. You
Are you
buffed.
going
That
to
was the
rage?
food buff.
Huh?
He's
Are you
drinking.
going
He has
to
a potion of
rage?
speed
Oh,
also.
my
Yeah, and so
I'm
he's
just
drinking
still
a
sitting
potion
here. I
of
didn't
speed.
realize that speed
Oh,
was.
should I know what ring of
Potion?
ram is?
I thought it was
before
drugs.
we
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Unless because you don't.
Let me just
You
light
have
up
to
my potion
attune.
here real quick.
You have to attune to all of your rings, so you do not get those
Oh,
bonuses
seriously?
tonight. Yep.
What?
You do not get those bonuses tonight. You need to attune to your rings.
Okay, I need. Okay.
But it
So
can be in
this
our
ring.
inventory.
What a magic.
Yes, it's in
piece.
your inventory,
Okay, just
but
not.
you need to
we
attune
can't,
to
we
it
can't
first. You can't use it in this battle.
Oh, attune.
Well, you give us something cool and
Hey,
just take it
I know a thing
away.
about tuning my loot. Can I just do that
Right.
real quick?
I got a ring. Blink, blink, blink.
I heard the
so-
word tune, and I'm just like,
So do we want to? Let's. I'm going to step away really quickly and use the bathroom.
You want to solve
Take
the
a
So
break.
if we want to break, but yeah, if you want to roll initiative or if you want to get into position, if you want to move and get into where you want to be,
I'm good.
and then
Because this is how
So
far I
maybe
can move
explain
now.
that.
God, all I'm envisioning right
you're
now
good.
is
To
the.
move Tristan over here, where he would be closer to
I think I have advantage on initiative too. Potion of speed.
You can run, but you can't
This
hide,
is
bitch.
16.
Maybe if we do
Hey
hide.
Morty, what if we did try hiding?
Have
You keep saying you can run, but you can't hide. What if we tried hiding?
you seen all the seasons up to now?
Was the last one 7? Or is that out yet?
I kind of forget.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're so sporadic. It's tough to remember.
Yeah, they.
The newest season was the first one with the new voice actor for Rick and Morty, right? It wasn't.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh,
No,
haven't
we
seen-
were
I've
watching
seen up to
Solar
the new
Opposites.
that one was 2, but like there is a Rick and Morty season that's got the new voice actor for.
But
Rick
he
and
actually sounds like,
Morty. Yeah, they sound
Rick.
close.
They're still doing new seasons of Solar Opposites as well?
Yep.
yeah, they just did a new season.
Oh, cool.
I got through one episode and I was like,
It's like the same producer, though, isn't it? Or
yeah,
the same.
the voice is too
animator?
different and
How come
weird.
they got kicked off one show?
No, they did kick
They
him
did
off.
kick him off, but then in that
Oh.
show, they were just like, they just went like super
Let's go
into
British.
it, and they were just like,
Why not? Yeah.
it's like I have a new voice now. Like they just said that. And I was
Embrace it.
like, okay. I didn't. I mean, we didn't watch the other episodes. It might be better, but it was a weird, real quick switch.
That was abrupt. All right.
all right, we get initiative rolled.
Totally forgot.
God dang it!
What?
I keep doing that.
What? Can't leave you guys alone for a minute.
Nuh-uh. Freaking.
All right. So let's get it on.
Is that about a nat 20?
Plus 4, so 24.
Wow. I need to roll
For
for mine.
initiative.
For initiative,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can go first against this guy.
Yeah.
I guess we know who's going to die first.
Can't wait to. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm
I'm gonna
gonna.
holler at the guy like, wait till you see our loot player. You might not be such a badass.
All right, so 25
Go
to 20. I'm
Reds!
guessing you,
Yeah,
anybody beat a 24?
I sure hope so. Damn, just assholes.
Anybody beat a 20?
21.
21.
Oh, sure. Throw me.
We'll holler at you from back.
Anybody beat a 15?
You got it, loot.
Anybody beat a 15? Anybody beat a 10?
11.
Yes, Loonsbin and I both had 11s.
So
Ow.
what is
So
it?
whoever has the highest and second highest dexterity.
13.
She has a 2. Wait,
Modifier.
Modifier?
she has a 2.
1.
1.
And I have a 3.
So it goes John, you,
too. I'm like, what is going on here?
And then all that's left is you.
Yo tengo nuevo.
All right. All right.
Do you need to know everybody's hit points?
Yeah, Roz, what are your hit points?
28 normally, but I have the buff 10, so 38.
Okay. June?
44 with the 10.
44 with. John, you?
62 with the 10.
Loonspin?
86 with the 10.
Wow.
Hurry?
For armor
69, dudes.
And
Okay, well, you
Ruiz.
can't get hit
38.
at all.
Oh, sorry.
38?
I said that wrong. Mine's 54.
54.
Oh, I said
Okay,
mine
that sounds
wrong.
better.
Mine's 5,000.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Hurry's is 69 and 420.
I have
God.
impenetrable armor.
Nice.
Infinite armor. All right. Raziel, how do you want to lead us off?
I'm going to turn around and run away.
Kill him.
Actually, no. What do I do?
Oh, I should change.
Alright, so I'm more of a lover, not a fighter, so...
I'm gonna kiss it.
No, I'm not even gonna try to get near it.
Grapple and smooch.
What I would like to do, though...
Roll to romance.
Climbing like a tree trunk.
Well, do you see how big it is? Actually, I would like to... I'm gonna move...
Sounds inconvenient.
What's a 60-footer? Can I... Or
Oh!
Can I just have you, like, place one down? From me? Okay, so... I am
It's
going
60, right?
to move... Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna move over, like, this way. Get on this hill.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe back there.
Okay.
Is this hill above him? As in, like, am I higher up than him on that hill?
Probably not.
Am I, like, at level, though?
You're probably getting
Like it-
close. Since he's hunched, yes, it looks like you're pretty close to eye level with
Okay, that was more... So I want to move up there, and then I'm going to just start wailing away on my lute and draw his attention towards me.
him. Okay.
And then I'm going to let everybody else come up and break his kneecaps with your bats.
I'll watch.
Nice.
I said that like 4 times in class this week.
What's that?
What'd you say?
Breaking kneecaps with bats.
Nice.
4 times?
And it was
Yeah.
probably
Oh.
needed to be said for your topic,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Nah, it was about what she
Yeah.
does to me at home.
Right.
It's gangs and organized crime.
That's what happened to your...
That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I figured. It's
Yeah.
probably
She ruined
mafia
my
talk.
potential
Yeah.
pro football career.
All right. So let's see
The one that
here.
never got off the
So
ground, you know?
what do you want to do,
Come
Raziel?
back.
Sorry, I was.
Nope, I just moved, and then I don't know.
You want
I
to
don't
draw
know.
its attention somehow? You
Yeah,
said?
I'm basically just gonna start wailing on my lute with the sickest riffs
Alright.
it's ever heard, and I'm just gonna try to draw its attention.
Okay.
That's it. That's
Make a performance check.
you got it.
I thought you were not gonna say got it. I don't know what, but I was like, I feel like that's fair. I just feel like you were
Try not
upset
to.
about that.
Try not to. 18 plus 9.
Dude, that's a
My
sick
27.
27.
That's a pretty good performance
That's a
check.
sick fucking
You do
riff.
lay down a sick riff.
It's what is that guy from is it Stranger Things or whatever?
Right,
Eddie,
yep.
Eddie,
Oh.
whatever his name is.
Oh, my daughter would be
Yeah.
so mad at me
Stick it.
that I can't remember
Huh?
his name.
You gotta stick your tongue out then.
Eddie?
Eddie.
It was Eddie something,
Oh.
wasn't it?
What's that?
What was his last name? Eddie Winters? Or
I
something?
can't remember
Eddie
what his last
Munson.
name was. Right.
Yeah.
Munson.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. I'm basically Eddie Munsoning this guy.
There you go.
Just like
I like
check
it.
me out playing Master of Carts.
There you go. All right, yeah, you lay down a sick wail and or a sick riff, and you draw its attention. It turns towards you.
So,
Congrats.
oh no, I got plans here.
June.
I think I'm gonna shoot a couple of longbows at it.
All right,
There it is.
roll for hit.
19. Wait, 25.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, cool. Do you want me just to roll again? Because I have 2 attacks?
Sure.
24.
That is also going to hit. So
Okay.
roll your damage.
4 for the first one. I'll do that again. And then 8 for the second one.
Okay.
He is mildly annoyed.
I don't
Get
know.
bonuses to damage too?
No, I don't think so. 1d8 plus 3.
Okay.
Is that the bonus part?
That
Is the
seems-
plus 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Do you want to move it all?
Yeah, I'll move just like a skosh.
This goes back.
Yeah.
Right on. John, you.
I am going to, on my first attack, fire a headshot.
All right. All right.
Sammy Sosa calling this shot. I love it.
17.
It's probably accurate. It is probably going up.
Mm.
So.
So that's going to hit. It's not a headshot, but
Okay.
you hit.
And then
So roll for damage.
6. And on my second shot, just a normal shot.
Okay.
Oh, shit. 2 plus, that's 22.
That's going to hit.
Right?
How far is that?
Should probably look and make sure that's actually
Like
how
the
far I can go.
transition.
Excuse me, 10 damage.
10. All right. The first arrow comes close to a headshot, but sinks right into his shoulder. The second one is right there with it, only goes right into the side of his arm. So you lay 2 good shots on it.
And then I'm going to move back.
Loonspit.
She is going to. Is he really facing this way?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to send her over here in attempts to set herself up for a stealth attack.
Okay. Does she want to try and stealth?
Well, I mean, he's not even looking at her.
Fair enough. Just a blindside attack or whatever. All right. So let's see here. So that's Loonspin. Hurry.
Is that just a hold then? Like
That was
you're
the
holding
move.
your action?
That was move, and it didn't hold action or anything. Just that was
Just a
your
move.
move, right?
I
You're just
moved.
setting up.
Yeah, I just moved.
Okay, just okay.
Tactical.
Gotcha. Okay. Who's the guy down here?
That's Tristan.
Tristan. Okay.
And he's unconscious, right?
Right.
Not dead.
Not
Tristan?
well. You don't know. I mean, yeah. John, I think he had a high enough roll there that he was able to tell that he was still alive as well.
Tristan was from the convoy?
Yes.
All right. First of all, rampage.
Okay.
Is that an action?
Rampage.
I think it's a bonus action, so you can't use another bonus action.
So okay.
I think you can only use 1 bonus action per turn.
Yeah.
There's a thing
Unless
there that
you
tells
have
the
a
thing.
call out, there's some
Well-
abilities or skills which allow you to perform multiple actions.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Specifically.
But with the speed, with the potion of speed, I have an additional action, so I could use that to rampage. Rampage.
Okay.
And then
Rampage is
I-
a bonus action.
And then
Right.
rampage what?
Is a
Rampage
bonus.
is a bonus
Right.
action.
I don't know that you can use a regular action for it.
So
Unless, are you going for something cool factory, or are
I'm
you trying to
going-
do something mechanics breaking?
I'm going rampaging and then running in there with my speed and using my 2 attacks on it. Is my
Yeah, you
Okay.
can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, I would say you can do that without using your rampage as an action, right?
I think I just turn on my rampage.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a bonus
think
action.
Okay.
Yeah, you get 1 bonus action per round.
Right.
Ability or skill wise, but
Okay.
it gets 2 actions from.
And so you still get both of your attacks.
Wait, you get an additional action from the speed potion as well
Yes.
too? Don't you have 2
I
attacks?
have 2 attacks.
So you'd have 3 attacks.
Yeah,
and
you
a
have-
bonus action, so I'll have 3 attacks.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Confirmed.
All right. Yeah. So can I zing around and blindside him?
You're getting enough of a bonus.
I got him. Then I'm gonna just run in here and attack him, I guess.
All right.
All right.
You need your.
I'll give you advantage on the first swing.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Sure. Just so I know I'm raging.
So we know you're a cock.
Mind you, it's the size of a tree trunk, so that's more of a weird bow.
I'm sorry.
Well, in comparison to his character size,
Right?
All right.
What she said.
So
we don't
Rocket!
want to see a raging boner. No.
Rocket. Yes. All right.
That's
so
what I want to see
I'm
more
sorry,
than
you have to be the
Cannibal.
only female person.
Is
I want to see
Orgasmo.
Orgasmo again. Oh, I
I
haven't
own it.
seen that in so long.
All right.
She has to
I'll
put
own
up with
it.
me on
All
this.
right. So
That's pretty much I am
This
toilet
is
humor.
subdued, okay.
swinging away with my battle axe. An advantage on the first one.
Advantage on the first.
20, not natural. I'll take the 20.
Okay.
Double-handed. I'm going
All right.
Okay.
Roll for damage then.
13.
Damn.
Roll for second.
Yep. 26.
That's gonna hit.
13 damage. And a third attack. 12.
12 hits.
Really? Nice.
He's a big dude. I feel
Yeah.
like you don't have to.
But he could have armor on, I
Right.
guess.
Oh yeah, I guess I forget. I
16.
always forget that armor is a thing.
16.
Well, he's also reanimated.
not doing any damage unless it's a nagging.
Need to be aiming for the noggin.
How can you? He's
What
like
about his
he's
other
like 10
tooth?
feet tall, aren't you? Like 4
The
foot
next
2 or
time.
something.
I'm like 5'6".
He's
I'm
got
like my
ups.
height, Yeah.
He's got ups.
Yeah, I did headbutt
He's got
Hugh Man, so I must have
Right.
like, jumped up and hit him. Okay.
You're vicious. You got some sass.
I take all my motions.
Oh, is that what raging means? Got it.
What?
He's a sassy.
He's
boy.
a sassy guy.
Hashtag sass.
That probably didn't take all my motion because I was about here. So could I retreat just a smidge?
He will get an attack of opportunity
All right,
on you.
Never mind.
That attack of opportunity being a stomp.
Yeah.
just like swing his.
Say his club hand's right
Yeah.
behind me. I don't want to risk that.
So he is
Which you
going
might just
to.
miss, you might just missed it too.
It's true.
Duck underneath you. Gotta take
He
the
is
risk.
going to turn at you and take a. Let's see here. He is gonna. Oh, he is actually going to. Wait a second. Nope, not yet.
Brain all fell.
Is he
going
actually-
to take a biting action at you
Oh, with his one tooth?
with his one tooth?
yeah, so he's at disadvantage, right?
One tooth,
Call
one
it
tooth.
correct.
I'm gonna
Call it
hold his other
correct.
tooth up and be like,
Call it
Oh
correct.
man!
It's the snaggle tooth.
So he goes down for the bite.
11.
And he takes.
Yep, 11. He's gonna miss with his snap.
Weird.
Snaps
It's almost
off
like
the
he
other
should-
one.
It's almost like he should use the gigantic ass club in his hand instead.
Oh yeah, because we took his tooth,
Yeah.
right?
He's reanimated. He's
So
not
as
smart.
he bites down, just takes off
That's
the other.
good. That's really gonna help us.
Oh,
That will
totally
help
taking his
us.
other fang.
Right. All right, and so he makes that,
Making a
and
couple
let's see.
You're raging. It feels right.
Oh,
Feels natural.
oh.
This feels good.
So now he is going to make a. So that was a legendary action, and so I just used a legendary action. And the rule is I can use 3 legendary actions at the beginning of my turn.
Holy shit!
And so that was his bite. He's going to take another bite
His bark is much worse.
and
Talk about his
get
dick.
a.
Well, however you want.
16.
Miss.
All right, 16 misses.
Tracy.
One more bite. Ooh, that one is 20.
Portent. It's actually 7.
Okay, so 7. You did. So you said that before I added the hit bonus. So does that mean I still get the hit bonus?
That's a good question. Shit, I don't know how bonuses
No,
work
we'll
out
just
for
say I get a 7. That's the rule because you're supposed to portend. It's supposed to be an interrupt.
I guess so, yeah.
And so
I've
I
seen
don't
it.
know how this is
That's how it
supposed to
happens.
work. Because now do I still get my action?
I don't know what legendary actions are, but they might seem like
Well,
it.
I've never seen one with the rule that the ogre can take 3 legendary actions at the start of each of its turns.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that source book, or is that Chat GP? They tend to fib sometimes.
That could be. And so I think I'm only going to use 1 legendary action per turn moving forward, and that's my turn. He took 3 snaps at you.
He was angry. And
Yep, and he missed. Like he is almost about to bite down on your shoulder when something forces its jaws open and pushes it back a little bit. It's now it is Ruiz's turn.
Okay.
It lets out a
I don't have
roar.
dark vision. Can I dome it with magic missiles, or do I not even see it?
You don't have dark vision?
No, I'm a stupid human.
So
I'm a
does
feeble, weak.
how far can you see in the dark then?
I don't know.
That's
is magic miss if
It's
it's a
pitch
automatic
dark. I
hit,
mean, we got some starlight going here, right?
magic missile is magic. It'll find its target. We're gonna call them homing missiles.
Okay. Third level.
Yeah, shoot your homie missiles.
5 magic missiles right at the dome. Straight to the top.
Straight to the top.
Point blank, center.
And that's how many are you launching? A 3?
5 total. At
5
level,
total.
At level 3.
Did you get a new?
I can't find the other one.
Oh.
14
So
total
he's
damage.
my stand-in.
14 total damage.
Dome.
I was gonna say,
Dome
like the tape.
damage.
And is that all your action? Is that since it's Matt? Is that all you can do? You can't do another action, can you?
No,
You could
I
move a little bit more if you wanted to.
I
But,
don't want to move.
okay.
I don't want to get any closer.
All right. Back up at the top, Roz.
Cool. So I may have goofed up.
Pull the
Is when we do this, we can only move as far as our walking speed allows us, or is battle allowed? Like we're allowed whatever,
No.
up to 60 feet.
Whatever
No.
your walking speed is, you can move up to that. You can cast a dash as a primary action, and then you can move additional whatever your movement is.
Right.
Well, so I goofed up because
You
I
moved too
forgot.
far.
I did move. Too
That's
far.
all right. Doesn't matter.
You had
So
some adrenaline going.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to
Because you
change
did
our
do a
lighting
pretty
to
sweet solo as well too.
purplish.
So.
Well, I mean, I saw the opportunity, and somehow, I got through my busted leg, I guess. Okay, so I can only move 30 feet. So I'm actually going to do that.
30 feet.
Thank you. But I'm going to keep doing, I'm just going to move kind of this way.
Okay.
Still behind, like just aiming, behind him.
Okay.
I'm going to keep Eddie Munsoning.
All right.
Just
Roll
keep,
another performance
just keep
check.
Just keep drawing the attention away and
Alright.
letting these dudes hack on him.
Love it.
Like I said, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. 28.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You keep wailing on that master of
I'm-
puppets
I'm
or
riding
master
the
of
lightning. I'm
whatever.
riding the lightning.
Yeah,
at this point.
exactly.
Is it almost like a siren song? Like he can't help but turn around?
Right. Yeah, that's
And
exactly
then-
what it is.
So does he turn around?
Yo, I love
I should
Metallica.
almost see.
He can help it.
I
That's
was
my
saying
jam.
if I roll like if I roll over a 15, he can resist it or whatever. But he did not. Only rolled a 14. And so, yeah, you got him turned around for the moment. June.
I'm gonna shoot 2 more longbows
All right.
at him. So the
Skip a
first
hyper
one is 23.
Oh, that's gonna destroy.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay.
So
The
we're gonna have a
second
height?
one is an 8.
Is an 8.
Mm-hmm.
That barely hits.
Okay. So the damage for the first was 6,
Okay.
and the damage for the second was 7.
All right. So you sink 2 arrows into,
I'm
like,
just,
right next to where John Hughes were.
yeah, I'm just making a porcupine
Right.
out of him.
John Yu.
I'm going to fire.
Man,
So when I call out, like if I call out a headshot, I don't remember what's the advantage to that. I got to roll higher to hit that, but then what happens if I hit?
I don't really know.
Okay, we'll just leave it as a-
I think if it's a limb or something, you could maybe cause
It's like the
disadvantage
one
if
time
it
I
swings
shot
with
the
that
bear in the
limb.
eye.
Right, and it blinded him on that side.
Yeah.
And so it would all depend, like if you're going for a headshot here, I don't know what it would do exactly. It maybe would give you an extra D6 damage or D4 damage or something.
I'm just gonna go for a normal shot. So first
Okay.
arrow fired. That's gonna be. I think I know this by 13 does not hit, I would imagine.
13 does hit.
Does hit?
Oh, yes.
Damage on that is going to be a 9.
Okay.
Second shot is 20, not natural,
That is going to hit.
and that's going to be 11.
That's not bad damage right there.
How much damage did you do?
11 and
Did 20.
20.
Yeah.
According to my lore,
He's looking.
ogres
He's
have
he's
120
definitely
hit
bloody.
points.
As much as a reanimated corpse bleeds, it's slowing down.
26.
It's like black goo
42,
instead of blood.
48,
Right.
54.
Ooh.
It's
Tar.
rot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flesh is hanging.
Oh,
Smells delightful.
Because it's been
yeah.
how long since? I mean, you guys fought
This
that,
was one of the first things we fought on
Right.
the caravan.
right? And so I mean, that thing is.
I think it's 2/3.
It's what?
2/3.
It's
It's been dead for a while.
That's why I'm standing
Um,
back that far. Smell. Mm-mm.
So that was John Yu. Loonspin is up after
In this world?
John Yu.
Good luck with that.
Okay, so she's going to do her pounce move. So that's just her pounces.
Oh, can you sit on his back?
Sure.
Oh no.
No, she cannot.
Whatever.
She,
Okay,
she
so
can balance there. Right?
Right.
she does a claw attack.
Okay.
Nice. Good work.
Yeah. That one.
What am I doing? We can. Did you say
That was a 6 total.
a 6 does not hit? Correct. So after Loonspin is Hurry.
Since his back is turned to me and I see his Achilles tendons right in front of me, I would like to take a chop at each of them to try to see if I can sever them and bring him down.
Okay. So take a couple of swings then.
Are we
You want
calling-
you're calling your shots.
I'm calling 2 attacks slash at his Achilles tendons.
Okay.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Are you rolling both your hits first?
You sure?
Okay.
20. Not a natural. 15 and 20.
The first one hits and does damage. The second one strikes home and you hit the Achilles.
Okay.
And so
You just want basic damage like on the first one?
yeah, I think it's going to be basic damage on both of them, but he can only move half distance.
Okay. Okay. So the first attack, 17.
Okay. Yeah, this guy
Yeah.
hits.
Second, I'm also raging. So
He pulls.
is 15. Since his
15 for damage.
for the second one, yeah. And I have a third attack because of my potion of speed.
Did you just hit him in the crack?
Yeah, I was trying to think of something else I could do that was like a little epic. I was gonna jump on his back, but there's a fucking cat there now.
Ah,
Do you have a whip or anything?
you have
His
another.
whip's bubble. It's
No,
really pissing
What
off.
your speed potion gives you another
I
action?
like it when
my
they
speed
do
potion gives me a
Just
third.
very-
What are the rules on the speed potion?
Speed potion,
I
plus
was going
2
to say I
bonus
usually
to
have to pay
AC,
for that, but okay.
advantage on
Usually.
dexterity saving
I always
throws,
have to.
gains an additional action
Okay.
on each of its turns.
Nice.
So along with my 2 attacks,
Mm-hmm.
a third action. I'll just swing at him again.
All right.
His back is turned. I might as well.
Right in the crack.
Right in the crack, yeah.
All right.
Going straight for the
Crack
crack.
attack!
16.
Jump street. You got to jump
16
in the
hits.
Sorry, his crack is
That's
AC.
what you were referencing. That's what I thought.
16 damage. He's got crack armor.
crack. Like a cup for his crack.
Up for his
That
crack.
spot specifically has
He's
30
got it on
armor at
backwards.
class.
God, it's up backwards. Oh,
All right. He lets out a guttural roar himself and turns back to you. And
Does he now?
yep.
Yeah.
And he is going to.
He's still got a cat on his back.
Mhm. fits like perfectly.
Yeah, it really does.
It's meant to be.
Didn't you have a bigger one up front?
Yeah, we decided she's too big until we get the printer figured out.
Ah.
We're gonna shrink her down. 5%.
Printer.
So he can do
Damn, they're
one
shrunker.
legendary attack and then still use his regular action. That's how the regular legendary actions rule works, I believe.
If she's eating
So
like
he's
an
gonna-
autocat, her tail will be across his face,
Smacking
so he
him.
can't see.
He's gonna do a slam attack on Moonspin.
Oh no.
and grab her and slam her down on the ground.
Did he throw her or he slammed her?
Slamming
No,
her.
okay. I was gonna say, if you throw her, I ain't gonna do shit to the cat.
Slamming her. And 21.
Miss.
Seriously? What?
You know how much trouble would go through just to check that? At some point in
How
time,
does-
you just
how-
have to
how
like
would-
accept.
That would be hilarious. How would he miss a slam?
Miss
Ah,
Six-
shoot.
16 points of bludgeoning damage.
He did say that it wasn't
And
smart.
then
so
he is
like
going to
drop
raise this broken. He's going to raise his short sword up, and you notice that it's got a broken tip on it, which is why he's just been slashing at things, or why it's just been slashing at things.
Is she prone or is she?
I was gonna say I don't think she's down. Well, not down, but
Just bludgeoning damage,
Okay, so not.
so not prone.
now she's just pissed.
Right here.
And so now he's going to slash at you.
At me?
No, at Hurry with he's gonna make 2 short sword attacks. Oh my god. 13 with the first one. Oh my god. 14 with the second one.
He's playing Dark Souls.
Yeah, this is
EOing this shit.
I am getting shit rolls. My god. Ruis.
Run away.
First thing I do, I whistle into the night with all of my might.
You whistle into the night.
Where's my donkey? Does it come trotting out of nowhere, out of the blackness?
No offense.
You let
but
out
what's
a
your-
whistle,
what's
but
your
no,
donkey
nothing
gonna
yet.
do?
Damn!
Moral support.
I guess.
Move 30.
So did you name it Donkey?
I don't think I ever. Yeah, I thought it was going to live this long anyway, so.
I love the fact that you named this pathetic little horse Donkey. And I mean pathetic in the most loving way possible, because
It's going to die soon.
It's going to die.
He's trying to use it as bait. So
Right.
he
Yeah,
doesn't get hit.
exactly, right. Another distraction to the
You're in charge of carrying
guitar
the cart
solos.
then when your donkey does die.
I cast Cantrip, Mind Sliver. Ogre has to make a intelligence saving throw 14.
nope.
3 damage to the dome.
3 damage to the dome.
3 dome dam.
You didn't want to go for the crack?
All right, back to
Heavily
the top.
fortified.
Raziel.
Heavily fortified.
All right. I'm going to go back up on the hill. As you can see, as you can probably tell.
Are you still just rock concerting?
Hell yeah, I am.
He's having his own little party.
Hey.
Come on, go over there.
Did
and join
you
this shit.
happen to? Do you have any ale with you? Are you sitting there drinking at the same time? You're,
Not with me, I guess,
Oh.
unless I just stumble across one, because didn't he blow up part of the caravan?
No, he hasn't blown up. No, there's still the caravan is like maybe another quarter, half mile away.
Oh, and they just conveniently can't hear this giant son of a gun just wailing on us, huh?
They're all crashed.
Or my sick riffs.
We'll make a
Whatever.
perception check.
No, I'm just kidding.
Let's say because
There's
they're
seven,
moving.
too.
They're
No.
trying to get away.
Why does this?
Oh,
sign
okay.
say
Well, that's
heroic
different then.
inspiration?
They're like, hey, get the hell out of here.
Why did
All
it
right,
say
so
Yeah,
yeah,
before
I'll
it
do a
was just
performance
inspiration,
check.
Now it's heroic inspiration.
Well,
Oh.
Yours says the same.
yeah.
Does yours say that?
The dam.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
Say what?
Now, okay, sorry, table talk. Underneath the character picture where it used to just say inspiration and now says heroic.
Oh, yeah, that might have just they
inspiration.
updated it.
Oh, okay.
I was
thought,
gonna say the UI looks a little different.
Just
so
I
don't-
I
thought
think
I
it's
don't
turned
just
quite
something
sure.
on or something.
No.
Didn't the new books come out like today or something? Or
The new player's handbook is coming out. Yeah, if not,
just the handbook?
it's going handbook, monster manual, DM guide.
Oh.
Those could be switched.
And they're doing them in a.
Yeah.
They're not doing them
Not
all
all
at once.
at once.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Why?
Yep.
Alright,
I know.
so I'm gonna keep doing
Right.
my performance.
I'd buy all three at once. if
I
they
would
released
too.
All three at once, whatever.
All right.
But
I just
you'd
thought it was
expect a
just-
discount.
9.
For buying all three.
They can maximize profits this way.
Yes. 18.
Gonna hit. Oh no, you're not hitting. You're just
Nope.
jamming.
I'm just jamming. But with this, with this, I guess does that pass?
Let me see. Yes, you.
On top of
Your
that,
jamming
then,
distracts him.
I'm gonna do a bonus action of Bardic Inspiration, and I'm gonna give it to who goes after me?
Me.
Thank you.
Too. You're welcome.
I was going to give it to you, but you're far enough away. I think you're safer. I'm gonna give you Bardic Inspiration.
A D8, right?
Rude. You're not
Hey,
gonna
he's
give.
right next to
No,
it.
you're not gonna give Loonspin Bardic Inspiration.
No, she's a tank. She knows what she's doing,
An 8.
and also she speaks cat.
An 8 for your bardic inspiration. Nice.
And I can do that on a hit, right? That's for a hit.
Yeah. Hit or saving throw. I
Hit or
think.
saving throw.
Oh yeah, I can pull that up too. But that's my turn. So I'd
That's
continue.
the blurb. I saw this on
Pocket that.
on Twitter X, whatever it is today. A blurb from the new player's handbook. It says, "Come to the table knowing what your spells are. Don't expect your DM to know the spells."
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And somebody was just like, they needed to have this in there. So I'm like, I don't have my player's handbook. One of my middle school players has my handbook.
You can use it on your ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
There we go.
So
All right. So that's the end of your turn, Roz.
yep,
June.
just cranking out this old school version of thrash metal that they've never heard of.
Right? Nobody's ever heard this. And You
Okay.
are just ripping. Are you playing an acoustic version, like a lute version?
Yeah, well, so it's my loop, but somehow because my performance, it's the third performance check in a row, I'm just
You're
feeling
just
it,
jamming,
and
right?
it sounds like electric guitar. Everybody's like, "What the,
The
hell
hills.
is this?"
That you're in such an area. It's almost like an amphitheater.
Yep.
And you are just cranking it.
Sort of like a magical equivalent of a synth pedal or something like that.
I don't know, but right now I'm feeling it, so I'm gonna say I got it.
I moved closer,
Okay.
and then is moving in action.
No, you can.
Okay, so then I'm gonna use my short sword.
All right. You got close enough.
Within.
I don't know. No, I'm not close enough.
Because what's your movement?
30.
Oh, okay.
Eat the magical stuff.
To get 10 more hit points.
Oh, you
We'll say he's large enough, and you can get in there.
Okay. If not, I have my barbed dagger, which would for sure be usable.
Nope, you're fine.
Okay.
We'll put you within range and
Okay.
get a couple swings at this monster beast.
Okay. 10 for the first one,
Gonna hit.
and 17 for the second.
Gonna hit.
And then 8 for damage for the first one, and 8 for damage for
Nice.
the second.
Consistent.
All right. This guy is a hurting unit. He has taken some damage, but you can't really tell by. He's just slowing down. He's not really showing any diminish in his fight. John, you.
arrow. So 22. Yeah, 22.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. And 5 damage. Second one is a 17
Gonna hit.
with 8 damage.
This is an armor class. You would have to roll a 1, or else you would guarantee a hit. So I think he's only got like an AC of 8. You got like a plus. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even with a 1.
You sink 2 shots. Somehow, you go right past Hurry's axe and sink 2 right into his leg, and he crumples. That leg, after taking the damage from the Achilles, and now you hit him in the knee. That leg crumples. We can't tip him, but he's like, ugh. He's down on one knee, but he's still enormous. Loonspin.
Okay, she is going to jump on this fucker's face. Somehow. Somebody else do that. With a bite attack.
All right.
Damn, good work.
10.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. I'll take the 10 points hit damage,
Okay.
and then you have to do a strength saving throw 14, or you're gonna be prone.
Well, this is a large
It just says
creature.
If the target is a creature.
To drop it prone?
I
think
I
it's,
would argue that she's not going to be able to make a large creature.
I think
You
there's
could
a.
also argue though, since one leg is already bad.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
think it
are
normally
already
works like-
destroying it.
One creature size above and below, advantage and disadvantage respectively.
really?
But outside of that range, I believe it's not possible.
All
You
right,
can
so
climb on top of them, but you can't prone.
let's see how it pays off then. Fair enough. Prone. What you gonna do?
It's knocked prone.
It's prone.
So, okay, if he's knocked prone, does that mean I can get away from him? with a
Sure.
Attack. 'Cause I don't know.
So you could jump off as he falls.
So it crumpled this way.
towards June.
Yep,
and
because
I.
the where its leg was already
Okay.
tipping it. So yep, just like that.
Now you can hit him in the crack all you want.
Mhm.
So let's
Cracks
see how
open
you
for
do
business,
this.
boys.
Oh, you.
And no, there's no gold in there.
Mm.
And now it's
Hurry.
my turn, isn't it?
I'll check.
All right. I would like to try and climb up onto him.
Okay.
Do
Athletics check.
athletics. Okay.
So table talk ways doing that. Is that normally how that would work? If I knocked him prone, I could use the rest of my movement to get away without him being able to
Get an attack of yeah, I would think that would just make sense.
Doesn't going prone essentially just kind of cancel out any additional stuff from that though? So like attack of opportunity, but going prone essentially say you can't do that because it's down. Not down, but you know what I mean?
Still would have technically a reaction,
Right.
but it'd be probably disadvantaged to attack.
And that would make sense.
Yeah.
That it would
That's
have
fair. I
disadvantage.
was just curious. I didn't know.
I rolled a 6, unfortunately.
And that does not hit.
So no. It was.
Or
trying to
oh,
climb
you were
up
just trying to
on
climb
him.
up. Good.
So do I fall back down, or do I trip over the front of him?
We'll say you got a 6. You just try to scramble up its back, but it's sweaty and it's leaking all that black decay out of it, and you just slip on it and.
All right.
There are official rules
So you're
for
just real
climbing on
close now.
creatures.
Really?
So you kind of fell.
Oh, you're
If
good.
one creature wants to jump onto another creature, it can do so by grappling.
Slid
That
up
means you have
this
to
way.
roll basically a dexterity
like
check
that.
versus its either strength or dexterity.
Sorry for
Even
my
if it's
reach.
prone,
You're good.
Advantage,
advantage if it's prone.
kind of something like that.
So dexterity check versus its.
Strength or
Strength.
dexterity. It gets to choose as well too, which other one is greater.
Well, we already did it.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
fine.
will
I'm
go
just
back.
gonna mention that
Alright,
briefly.
So how would that work for like the cat then? Because she can jump higher than normal
She would roll just like a dexterity check, I think.
to land on its back.
Mhm.
Okay.
And whoever
I
rolls
always just say
higher.
that for fun. I mean, I could just bite the leg, but I was just
Right, yeah, it's fun. Yeah,
It works.
add some
wondering if
flair.
she's clawing your face.
Yep.
Add some flair. All right, so you slid up its back. It kind of shifted a little bit,
Shook
and
me off.
yeah, and sloughed off some of its back.
Okay.
And you come around, and you are
Now
up
I'm
by
on
its
the back
head.
side of it again. Okay. I guess since it is prone and its head is so close
Yeah.
to me, I will try to do a couple swings straight to the dome.
All right.
$17.
All right. That'll hit.
Okay, but not like nothing impressive. Okay. 17 damage.
All right. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, basically, ka-chock! Straight into the back of his head.
Get his other tooth in the way.
Right.
Yeah, splits it open. And yeah, I'm definitely taking that other tooth if
All
I
right.
can get at that.
Roll a. That be survival?
Perception.
Not perception.
I think we were deciding like harvesting things with survival.
And I'm thinking that's where, yeah. So yeah, roll a survival check. But yeah, you split its head wide open, and
Bunch
this
of goo
thing
comes
is
out.
dead. I mean, it stinks.
No.
Its skin is falling off.
9 to get the other tooth.
It breaks off and you don't get the whole tooth.
Darn, I was
Walk up to her, cast detect magic.
Okay. Arcana. Oh, you're gonna just cast detect magic? Okay.
Yeah. Since President of Magic within 30 feet, I can detect what type of magic is, but I don't. I learn what school it is.
You learn what school it is.
Yeah, I think that's the least.
It's definitely the school of necromancy.
All right. I asked and answered.
right next to the school of Hard Knocks.
Hard rock.
Yeah, yeah. I was feeling squirrely that next turn too. I was like, I'm gonna shoot at him this
Yeah,
time.
right.
I'm gonna actually do something.
You have to wonder how long this thing has been. It's had to have been tracking you guys this whole time.
Jeez.
So, can we is there anything to loot on reanimated dead guy?
You would have looted it the first time.
So it's just a reanimated body.
It's just a
I
reanimated
think
body.
Lewis would want to keep the face. Your trophy case, right?
Ooh.
You know.
While they're
Still have a
playing with
portion
the
of
dead
its
guy,
skin.
I want to check
that
on this
man-
guy.
Well, remember he ripped Grizzle's.
All right.
See if he's still alive, or go help him up, or whatever.
Okay, you walk over
Because of
and
boss. Oh yeah, that's right.
Get up!
try to help Tristan, and he's breathing, but he's still in rough shape. So you can try to help him back to
I
camp.
think I have a healing thing.
Who's Tristan?
He is a
Was he one of the guards?
It's like a
fought
subordinate to
him.
Freda.
and he was a
Freya?
wizard and beat him pretty quickly. Just in like a sparring match.
Oh, Erie beat him, or
No, he beat her. He beat Hurry.
oh, that's
Am I able to do
That's
a cure wounds on him?
Try
To just get him
Get him up.
get him
yeah.
nursed up a bit.
Yep. Yep.
Do I need to roll for it?
No, you just cure wounds, and it wakes him up. He comes to, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, friend."
and I rob it for
And
this
then
guy.
he looks around and sees that the ogre is dead, and goes. Oh. He takes a sigh. He breathes a sigh of relief.
a wizard.
Yes, he
So-
tells you he was out relieving himself on the side of the road when this thing came out of nowhere and he saw him coming out of the dark, and so he had enough time to get an explosion off and try to distract him before it got to him. So I think that's the only. Pretty sure that's the only reason I'm still alive.
Did anybody else? I'm asking him. Did anybody else get caught in the blast or anything? That
No, there was
outside
nobody
of the dead
else.
folks that we found
No,
already. But
there was nobody else out here with me. It was just me out here.
Can I do an investigation of the corpse to see if I can find any distinguishing marks, magic, arcana, sigils, spells, anything like that?
Sure.
while he's doing that, I was gonna ask him, did he see anything else that might have given us a clue?
Yeah, you can.
Intimidation
Charisma
check.
check.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not gonna intimidate him.
Body search 17.
17. You look over the body as much as you can. What you do recognize, though, as you get closer, is it's from the school of magic, but it wasn't cast by a wizard. It was definitely somebody dabbling in something they haven't honed the skill for.
Okay.
So you said charisma check, asking him. I have with my modifier, like my base score. Can I use that similar like with my senses, or no? Do I have to roll for it?
You have to roll for it.
Okay, darn. These numbers are here. I just want to use them.
I know. We'll get to it. I'm not good
Are
enough
you
to use
sure?
them yet.
Damn. Well, I'm definitely not gonna. Do you know? I got a 2.
A 2, and then you don't have any modifier to that,
3.
I guess 5.
so you got a 5 total. Okay, that's enough. You're hungover state, but you just got done jamming, and
Sweaty.
so you can't hear very well. So you're like yelling at him, and that's kind
I
of.
just saved these guys' ass. Please help us.
And he's thanking you for helping him, because if you guys hadn't intervened, he would not be here, because he was knocked cold for that whole fight.
Does he know about the other deaths?
No. What other deaths are you talking about?
The ones that led us up to this point.
Who's that?
Freya, and the guards and stuff.
Stone shield.
The same.
He's
This thing
asking
killed
you
Freya?
as, like, the wizard.
As the wizard.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I was.
He remembers. Like Jeremy
Yes.
remembers.
Yes. Yeah, I was not aware.
I know.
What mode you were in.
I know. I don't either most of the time.
Fair enough. Yes,
And
unfortunately.
Gristlepaw.
And Grizzle. Well, Grizzlepaw, is that the name?
Grizzlepaw's the name of the the dire
Yep.
wolf.
They are dead. Dead.
Dead.
Dead. Face ripped off. Dead.
This thing was a beast.
Would there be any significant, like, this thing was a zombie, right?
Yes.
Would there be, I'm asking, would there be any significance to why a zombie would wear the mask of Grizzlepaw?
No idea. I have no idea why it would have done that. This was not. I've encountered zombies before, and this didn't act like any zombie I had ever seen. It was, yeah. It had a fierceness to it that I've never seen from those dumb stumblers.
Can we take Grizzlepaw's coat, fur, whatever back, and give it to Thrain?
Give
Give
your
it
dog's
back.
face back.
Well, I mean, he might want it, like, so he could bury it or something.
Okay.
I mean,
Just the face, not the
Well,
not the body. Or
I mean,
whatever?
you could
No.
just leave it there. You could pick it up himself too. But
Here, Moon's been pissed on it, but you can
yeah.
Set and marked it.
I suppose we'll retrieve that, and when we catch up, we can inform them that the
You
body
could
is
retrieve
in
that.
there. Fine, I'll retrieve it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
take
gonna.
the
You
fur,
take the face, okay.
right? Put it on like a hat.
That ogre's brain case is open.
I'm sorry, I was
No.
talking.
I'll take the face fur, and I'll stash it away. Respectfully.
Please tell me you go to get the blood
Yeah.
off of
Yeah.
it.
He just rolls it up real quick.
Yeah.
Stash it.
When you do that, you had pulled some of the face meat off of the zombie, and when you go like that, you splatter it everywhere. So everybody make a Constitution check.
Oh, I
What?
really hope.
Oh,
somebody
come
hits
on.
you.
I don't want to be a zombie.
All the way over
Make
there.
this thing just really high so she can't escape it.
Who, me?
Yeah. Oh, it's weird.
I
It
just
had to
wanna-
be a 47. I don't know.
10.
14.
16.
19.
You too.
Oh, me too.
Oh yeah,
sorry,
you
Constitution.
splattered.
I figured it was going away from.
Oh, when you go like that, it splatters everywhere.
18.
All right. The other one who gets hit.
Yeah.
One
Is
farthest
Jude,
away.
right?
Sorry.
And it's just a
Wow.
little blop. It just like flies and just hits you like in the forehead.
She
Yeah,
gets it- she
you
gets
smell it and you're like, yeah.
She gets a flip.
You kind of backhand it away and
I'll respectively fold the rest of the face up and kind of stick it in my backpack so I have it.
It's the first time anybody said I'll respectfully fold
Fold
the face up.
When Grizzlepaw and Moon first met. Yeah, that's why I keep talking about it. Moon's been having problems with him.
I thought you were.
He ran by her and slapped her in the face.
Oh, yeah, I was here.
So she was looking forward to an encounter
Yeah,
with him, but, you know.
yeah.
so you
There's
met
plenty
a
more bodies
worse
to
fate.
desecrate, yeah.
It was going to happen, but I'm like, yeah, I want to have some.
It's fun.
I wanted to eliminate somebody.
She's been carrying
Kill
that
your
in this
darlings.
whole time. It's fine.
I was gonna
pretty
say,
sure.
instead of putting it in your rucksack, you just give it to Loonspin. She
I was gonna say,
carries
she
it
pisses
around.
on it, and then,
like
then
a-
you put it back.
I don't want her to disrespect it. I mean,
Yeah.
if
So,
Thrain doesn't
Can
want
you tell
it,
a cat anything?
no.
You really can't. They just gotta do what they want.
If Thrain doesn't want it, you can have it on a stick as a.
Like a plaything.
Plaything.
This ogre's brain case is currently spread wide open, right?
Yes.
Are there any like logs or sticks around? I want to carefully just like mush the rest of its brains just to make sure.
Make a investigation check.
We could burn it.
Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. An 8.
Yeah, no logs.
You look around and there's no trees really around anywhere. You're in the middle of the grasslands and
Fuck it.
no sticks.
Let's light
I
this
just,
bitch up.
But there are stones on the road.
I was gonna say, can I just like Molotov whatever that and then like throw it at it?
Do you have flammable stuff in your inventory? Can you
I have an
Molotov
oil
something?
flask. I'll give it to her.
Okay.
You have
A
what?
glass oil flask and some
Oh.
tinderbox.
I have torches
Wow.
and tinderboxes.
Color me shocked that you have explosive shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
I have a
I'm a
torch and a
collector,
tinder
not a
box.
pyro.
Okay. You have torch
I
and
don't
tinder.
know.
Yes, so
Okay.
far.
I was gonna
I would
say,
say
no
I don't know.
spoilers.
I would think oil would be helpful, though.
Yeah. Do you want to splash some oil on the also?
I give
or
my oil
give
to June.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then,
I want
light
to
it
back
on
off if
fire?
you're lighting it on fire.
June, you're right up there on the fire.
okay, so then what do I throw?
Did you you just so do you want to light an arrow on fire, or are you going to get up there and
Ooh,
light it and
Here.
run? Because you've doused it in some oil, you've put some of your tinder underneath it,
I got a torch. We could just light that up, throw it.
and it's not battle anymore. You can move freely.
Okay, so then I'm gonna throw it from that far.
You're just throwing the torch.
Yeah.
All right, you chuck the torch. That's far. I mean, that's close enough where you easily hit where you threw the oil.
And then can I run back?
Yep.
Okay.
And then it lights up and it goes up in flames.
I feel that ensures it's not coming back again. I like that.
That is definitely some closure.
Yeah.
I think we have to burn more things we kill in the future now too. You know,
Everything we
just
kill.
me.
Everything we kill,
Yeah,
we're gonna
it's not
burn.
coming back.
You two are dangerous, right?
That's a good idea.
Right.
If we're dealing with technical search.
What's this guy's name? Tristan.
Tristan.
So,
Hey,
Dolph
Tristan.
Fedrus.
Were there any more
So
giant dead things attacking us?
Not that I could see.
Okay.
So
I haven't seen any.
question: should we go back to the dead captain and light them on
Pull
fire
his face
too?
off for
Can you whistle
souvenirs?
for
Oh.
your donkey again? See if that succeeds this time.
Yeah.
Throw the
Oh,
cards in the
yes, I was going to come back to
Okay.
that.
Well,
And
but
after
Jim
the
makes a good
battle,
point.
Yeah.
donkey comes
Maybe
trotting
we
up.
should just burn them and tell them and explain to the people in the caravan that there's the threat of them coming back and zombies.
But we don't know why this is back. And it's back from way, way down the road. I mean, it could have been reanimated forever.
Have you seen Zombieland?
Yes.
It takes one burger. Burger.
Takes one burger. Oh, now I get a.
I mean, you need technically.
I got a
was
4 and
necromancy
2 against you like
involved
twice.
Yeah.
Crude,
3.
So we do
crude
kinda know that
necromancy.
That was not the encounter I wanted to have tonight.
Wait,
I
so
mean,
we
take a vote.
Harry was
we
quite,
do
quite
know that
agile.
this is crude
Right.
necromancy, or that your guess?
No, it is.
I could
All right,
detect
well, you
that there
guys
was
discuss.
necromancy,
Yeah.
and from further investigation, I assumed that it wasn't somebody who's practicing it, more like
So it's not like professionally done
Yeah.
necromancy.
kind of like watched a YouTube video for 10 minutes and then
I think
Hey,
They're
that's how
on
I
the
fixed my
face.
dryer.
Yeah,
So.
burn their bodies or not.
that's how I fixed his cell phone.
I'm thinking someone
Brought it back to life.
Someone practicing necromancy is going to have possession of these bodies in order to reanimate them. I don't see it as just they're just going to reanimate because.
Oh yeah, there's definitely an influencing force.
So as long
Somebody
as,
had to do this to that ogre.
so long as no one is around here to do this to the dead we found, we should be able to safely retrieve them
Unless we
and
can't see
return them to
them.
the caravan. Unless they're doing it right now
Yeah.
while we're here and
Yeah.
they're there.
What did we
How
decide?
are they gonna feel when they come back decapitated? Be like, yeah,
Or burned.
yeah.
Not happy?
Well, considering the alternative, I guess that's just how we explain it. But I got a cart.
I vote we retrieve them as is
Donkey.
and bring them back to the caravan.
Okay.
That's my vote.
Tell my donkey I love him. I missed him.
You got
And
him.
I
He's a
start
good boy.
Oh.
putting dead bodies in his cart.
He's a good boy.
I'll suspiciously stare at them. And
Okay.
then at you.
Okay.
I suspiciously stare at the person who got splashed with zombie ogre blood.
Well, see, that's why I want to just light it all on fire. Have you had zombie ogre blood on your face?
No, but I do want to light everything on fire as well too. So,
All right, so what's the plan?
put the dead bodies of Freya and
The two guards.
The two guards.
Two guards and the wolf in the back of a cart.
Okay. So it takes you about a half hour to do that now that you have Donkey in the cart back. And
Occasionally glare at the burning carcass.
If they reanimate, you're the
you come
first one.
around the carcass and
Reanimate, I'm the first one in there.
about
Okay.
dawn,
I'm
you
stepping
Well,
way
catch
back.
back up with the
If initiative
convoy.
says so.
And I think that's where we will
Nope.
call it a night.
Nice.
No initiative.
So you've made it back to the convoy finally. That was supposed to be a much more Jason-ish, but he couldn't
it's
land a
because
hit
it's
to
Friday
save.
the 13th.
Yeah.
Cute.
Are we just supposed to assume then that we tell people in the convoy kind of just what happened?
Yeah. Well, you will next session.
Oh, okay. I
That's
didn't
what
know.
you're going to do
Got
next
it.
session.
Okay, I didn't know. I guess that was my question: is are we picking up with the assumption of that?
So
But
he gets bit.
I
Just like they're
honestly, you should
You'd be
throw
like,
that
"I
in
told
there
you
as like a
so."
sideways, like a side thing, and just do like just like have Grizzlepaw or whatever, just like reanimate and like bite at him, and then it goes. It's just like a last
For
breath
instant,
type
yeah.
thing.
Right.
Just as a joke.
That could be fun.
I do technically believe that canonically Jason is a deadite. Because in Jason 5,
He comes back.
they featured a Necronomicon in the cabin that he was in.
Oh, is that right?
I believe so.
Nice.
The Necronomicon from like Evil Dead 2 or something.
Really?
Like that.
How did they have a tie to that?
Yeah. They just rented the book for a day of production.
Nice. All right.
Which technically transference of evil and resurrection through bite, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And so he was trying to bite. He was trying to slash.
Yep.
Um,
And you said when these start going dim, that they're sort
Yes.
of dead.
not dead yet, but say something.
Oh, hello. My
Okay,
name
no,
is Zach.
well, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, it's still good. But yeah, when it's dim, it'll probably be good for the rest of the night.
Okay.
We're not quite finished. Waiting for Curry to get back, and then we'll call it. Unless somebody else wants to do the math. He normally does the math. You earned 8,400 XP.
Oh yeah. Does that mean what I think it means?
So split that between the 5 of you.
8,400 divided by 5.
That's a number with
That
which will
is a
exist.
number.
420?
69? 1680.
8,400 XP split between the 5 of you. You normally do the math on that, so we were
1680.
waiting for you to get back, but I'm like, somebody else can do the math.
Somebody else can do it.
1680?
Yep.
Is that what you said? All right,
How the hell-
1680 each.
There we go. Manage.
1680.
1680 each.
Where's my page for that?
Or I guess whatever you have to do for.
So we'll wait in suspense here and see if anybody levels.
Manage XP.
'Cause I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some more Sixers joining John Yu.
1680.
Oh, we can go back to. We don't need to be in boss battle anymore.
Okay, so you guys. So I am level 6 now, officially. I am.
Nice.
So do we have to do something special with our character though? Weren't you guys talking about having to like copy a character or something for it to go to 6 or something?
We can work on that. Yeah, it's
Because I've got like the little +1. I don't
maybe
know.
their updating is better now. But before, when you'd set, you'd go to like level 5, and then you'd want to jump to level 7. It wouldn't update right away, and so I'd have to make a copy of it. And so I don't know if like it needs to wait like. It doesn't refresh except for every 30 minutes or something like that because they don't expect you to change your character that quickly.
Gotcha.
Or I don't know how that refresh works
Okay.
because
Well,
I thought
I'm-
it was kind of silly that it wasn't instant.
Sometimes I'll just like, if I'm leveling up, I'll make a copy of that
Mhm.
character.
Yep.
And then any changes that I do, I can like approve before.
And maybe that's the expectation since you can never step back.
You can step back. You can reduce your level as well too.
You
It's
can,
just like
but-
what your changes are might completely change. And stuff
Right,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
So
Oh, I
are,
didn't say
It might not remember what all your previous options
that's what I
were.
was going
for-
Yeah, I mean by the time
Oh, wait.
by the time we come back around, or by the time you guys are in a fight again, it'll be expired,
We've digested it all.
right?
Did you decide what Loonsman's next level is?
Won't be for a while because she's OP.
Well, I know, I'm just trying to, I'll keep track of points.
It's nice to have a goal.
Fair enough. No, I haven't figured out what that's going to be yet. All right, are we good?
Can we take? How long does it take to attune?
We'll figure that out.
Okay. I think it's like.
Because we can go the comedic route like they did in the movie where every time, was it Simon put on the helmet, it shot him backwards. So I don't know what my creativity level is for figuring out attunement stuff yet.
What was that? The newest D&D movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
The one with Chris Pine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was so fun.
Also, this is a little different since they changed
Countries,
it.
countries, it's Chris Pine.
My rage now. Where did that go? My rage now has 10 charges.
So what did we say?
Oh, interesting. Is that one of the new rules from?
1680.
I don't know.
They
Because
might
before-
have, like...
Before there were the 3 boxes to check, where you
Right.
have your 3 rages.
It's
Now
got
there's
10 now?
10 charges.
So yeah, I wonder what that means.
How do you
We'll have
look
to
up,
look
like-
at that
Yeah,
and
I'll
see.
have to check that out.
How do you look up like what ranks? So like I ranked up to level 6, and like if I go back, it says my character is level 6 now. So
So-
how do I check like what went up?
Scroll through it and see if there's any boxes that you can.
Yeah, there might be like a blue exclamation point that you can choose new skills.
Right, but I don't know that
abilities.
you're getting anything new until you get to level 7.
That's fine. I was just curious.
I
if
think
that-
that's the
No,
next.
he'll get something.
Oh,
I
did you at
got it.
6?
I did.
Okay, maybe.
I
Okay,
did
maybe you do
I
then.
gained a new language that I spoke, or I
Oh, that's
understood
right.
and
Okay,
things
sure.
like that.
That's what I maybe
Spell.
I just gotta wait for it to kick in or something then because I don't have anything yet.
Are you doing it through the app or the website?
App.
Website's a little easy.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little more instant, I think.
How long can I pocket this?
Maybe that's
Spartacus?
And those things will pop up if you go
we'd have
to
to ask him and
manage
see
character. They won't be on
how
the
long it lasts. Because my guess would
character
be
page
it
itself. You have to
lasts
go
like
back
an
in,
hour
like, edit
or 10
character.
minutes or.
classes or something like that, and then it'll give you
I got
those
the
options.
potential to level up to 7 in the next 2 sessions, depending on what we find.
I don't remember what
I'm
my
halfway
account
there.
is.
Pretty close.
About halfway.
I'm at, I level up at 23,000 and I'm at 20,400.
Really?
Wow.
I was at 17.
So I've been here in every session. That's why I'm ahead of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I went back and re-added all of my XP from my notes.
Did you really?
Well, I did, because Dave was asking, we were trying to figure out if I doubled it on accident
Yeah.
at the time, but then we figured out I've been here
Every session.
every session.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm at 17,502.
Yeah. Nice. How'd you get 2? Oh, just some little things somewhere.
I don't know.
Right on. Right on.
Where did you come from?
Yeah, good
That's
question.
what it
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Are we good? Are we probably getting ready to call it a night? All right. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yep.
And where is our ending soon?